Philadelphia. I'm Bruce Buffer. It's time for the Anthony Gorgano Show!
Live from the Xfinity studio. Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday to all across the Delaware Valley. This is the Anthony Gargano Show presented by the BetParks Sportsbook online casino app and, of course, all of our friends. Wawa, Xfinity, you know it. Oh, God, that was ugly yesterday. So ugly that Andrew Painter was sent down. And, look, we knew that had to happen. It was funny. We're watching the game yesterday. We were at tremendous time in Lemon Hill yesterday for Fan Fest. It was fantastic. What a place! It's just a great jewel of the city that is here for the next now 37 days. So we were there. Come back, and in between, because I went out and watched the Croatia-England game, and in between, I came back to the studio to watch the Phillies. And, Painter's getting drilled. I mean, he first 11 pitches, he doesn't even throw his fastball. He's so afraid to throw his fastball. He won't go near it. I don't know how you survive in the bigs without throwing your fastball. That's how messed up he is right now. And I was sitting with the bro, and I go, dude, they got to send him down. And sure enough, they didn't waste any time. I give him credit. Because 2 hours after that game, after the Phils get drilled, he got drilled, and the Phillies lose to Florida, he was down. They sent him down, and they had to. It's a shame. He's a lost cause right now. He's got to try to find himself, and the Phillies need it. They need it bad because, look, you're great in the playoffs with the top rotation, with Sanchez. Look at Todd come in. Sanchez.
Lunch pail guy.
Yeah.
That was a little lunch pail.
With Sanchez and Wheeler and the Lizard, you're good, right? You're good in the playoffs. You're good in the 7-game series, but you still got a lot of ball left, and you now have 2 spots in the rotation that are troublesome. Noah as your 4 is scary. Just like we thought, hey, man, Painter coming in, it's great. Noah's a 5, you get away with it. But Noah now as your 4 is a problem. And I don't know, man. I'm worried about them because you're built on pitching. And again, you're so dependent on the big 3 of the rotation to rack up wins. Like, you're going to make the playoffs, but it'd be nice to, semblance of home field. I know the division's probably out, but at least you try to get out of, being the last wild card. That's something that you look at. And I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with him. And being afraid that he's got no movement on his fastball and being afraid to throw it is just frightening. And this is when we talk about prospects. This is the problem. And it's why the Rams, and I'll mix sports metaphors, but it's why the Rams have had great success because they just don't, you're not relying on drafts, on kids. Now, they get it right, but, baseball, man, you go back to the last run of the Utley, Howard, Charlie team, and those teams were built because they traded prospects, right? They were able to get Halladay. They were able to get Lee. And now you look at it and all this talk about, Buxton and Skubal and all these names. Jeff Passan did a thing about the 100 guys on the move at the deadline. And, Phillies, Trout, it's the same names. But the Buxton, Skubal, Trout, Trout, I guess theoretically, if you want to pay him, it's not going to cost you prospect-wise. But you look at the Phillies farm system, what do you really got? other than now Gage Wood. And it cracks me up. Like, I listen, I'm enamored by Gage Wood, too. I love he's a bulldog on the mound and everything else. But the track record of these prospects and where you're at with this team, a team, squarely in their 30s with a lockout that's looming, I don't know how you don't trade whatever you got. Problem is, you ain't got much, right? Like, that's a huge problem going forward, is that their system is bad. The one thing that they have to fix is how they develop players and how they draft players. There's a huge problem here because it's supposed to be, your minor league's supposed to be your feeder system. And right now, man, there's nothing in the cabinets. Nothing. You look up, you open up the cabinet, and you got like a box of old cereal. Is what you're looking at. Count Chocula, like my man. Yeah, that's what you got. Good morning, VG.
Good morning.
How was your day yesterday, Pele?
Good day. I mean, a couple bad beats. That Ghana-Panama game was a horrendously boring game that ended with a bad beat for those of us on the draw side. And Portugal with a giant...
The draw side, Jules.
Portugal.
Were you on the draw side of that match?
Flunker. Yeah. Portugal is like all the stars came out, and then Ronaldo comes out. It's like,
yeah, they were
nothing.
They were
nothing.
They
looked like 60.
They were a dud.
Yes. Well, yeah, good day yesterday. Aside from the painter, I mean, what we saw coming.
Yeah, but this
it should have been gone weeks ago. They just got no depth.
Yeah, no depth. Listen, I can't quibble with them and their decision to try to keep going. But after yesterday, that was it. Like, you got no choice but to send him down. And here's the problem. Like, I don't know if the kid can get rescued. Like, if you're afraid to throw your fastball and we're approaching middle of June or end of June, I don't know how that works, dude.
Well, oddly enough, I find a little bit of optimism in everyone's favorite optimist, David Murphy, in his piece today, where he's like, this is his Holiday moment. Right around the same amount of innings, Holiday got sent down. His ERA was over 10. Painter's a 7.
Right.
Like, figure it out. Painter's a year younger than Holiday was, I think, or a year older.
Problem is the stuff. Like, the comp's nice, and I like Dave for the comp. It's good. The problem is the stuff. The stuff isn't there. Like, the fastball that used to get up to 99 is not getting up there. And look, it was never one of these, wicked movements. It had movement, but now, man, it's dipped to 96 straight.
Oh, it's right over the middle of the plate.
Right? And he
had not one swing and miss on his fastball, I don't think, yesterday.
No. And,
he hit like 440 against it.
And you see he's not throwing it. Like the first 11 pitches,
he only threw it like 15 times.
Like, how do you not throw your fastball?
Yeah.
Like, that's your, everything works off the fastball, especially if you're a highly touted prospect.
24-year-old prospect, yeah.
My God. I mean, that's scary.
Yeah.
It's scary.
It's the thing with these prospects. Someone had a tweet yesterday was like, in 2022, you probably could have traded Painter, Moniak, Rojas, McGarry for Soto. You would back then, you're like, I'm not giving up like Painter. And, well, these prospects in baseball are so hit or miss. You just have no idea. They've been really struggling with the high school kids, too. They do much better. I guess it's easier to project a college kid that's doing okay. Yeah. They stink. They should be forbidden from drinking. They are drinking.
Yeah.
From drafting high school kids while they're drinking.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
It seems to be what's happening.
Yeah,
we're at the point now where, like, I'll take Moniak. Just give me some contact.
No. I mean, the Moniak thing cracks me up.
I take Moniak.
Moniak, again, is a lefty that his only power source comes from Coors Field.
Sure, but he's a puts the ball in play.
Okay, but he's a lefty.
No, I'm saying I'd rather have him than Crawford right now.
Right. Yeah.
I think Moniak over Crawford.
Yes.
That's the point I'm at.
Yes. But the problem is, like, look at the archetype in which the outfielders in which they draft. Like Moniak.
Small guys.
Right. That's my point. Yeah. Dante Nori and Crawford, and you got late-hitting outfielders. I don't understand. Like, they're athletes.
Yeah, like, right away, get on the scale.
Like, dude,
wrong.
Give me a baseball player.
6'5", 210.
Right?
Yeah.
Give me a baseball player. Like, what are we doing? Like, I'm going to go after you. He's got 4 to 5. He's got 4 or 5 tools. He doesn't have no power, but power's going to come. Like, I've always loved the power's going to come is always one of the best things. You know, by the time he's a kid, he puts weight on, muscle. You know, he could be a 25 home run guy.
Yeah.
And they never are.
Right. And like say in like 60 years, Alec Bohm's tombstone, the power never came.
Right.
Right.
Like, and you know what's nuts is that you look at McGonigal.
Yeah.
Now, I love Kevin McGonigal, and I've been on him from the beginning, right?
Mm-hmm.
See the year this kid's having?
Yeah, he's
just
blasted one the other day.
He's got legitimate power and speed. And like if you're the Phillies, like what are you looking at?
Well, that's like he's like, yo, here, I'm over here, right here.
Like
I love the Phillies, grew up here, love to play for you guys.
Like,
nah,
what are you looking at?
I don't know.
You see this kid, you go, you don't like, you need offense. And listen, I didn't expect the kid to come up at 20 years old and do what he's doing, right? This kid, teenager coming up, like what? But the ball flies off his bat.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're not waiting for a guy to fill out so he can have some pop.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whether you're 19 or 25, if you can hit a home run, you can hit a home run. Ball flies off your bat. What is your swing path? What does the ball do when it hits your bat? Does it explode off your bat? Like these are things that like you shouldn't have to wait 5 years until they fill out.
No, you should not. I don't understand. What is it? Dombo's two yachties, like a Delco. You can't have a Delco guy. Can't have a Delco guy hanging out with me. Steal my wallet. You know how those Delco guys are, Anthony.
I know.
I don't understand. I don't understand how they whiffed on that. I got to tell you.
No, and then you look at it like, Aiden Miller's been sidetracked by the back. But, like, am I to believe that Aiden Miller, if he was healthy, would be up here right now being, like my man Eddie Wright says, Troy Tulowitzki? Like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, you guys, and it's killing him. It's going to kill him. It's going to be why.
Aiden Miller's a big thing this year.
Yeah, because
that was the right bat they thought come up in the middle of the season.
Here's the problem. Is that all these names we talk about, and, I love Buxton, and, I would take people who don't want schoolball or goofballs. Like, I mean, what? Well, it's kind of redundant what you have. Let's add the best pitcher in base. Nah, I don't want him.
Nah, why would we want? Let's let the Dodgers get him.
Right?
Let that hang.
Like I'd be thrilled with Scooble, and then you just play small ball the whole time.
The reality is they can't even trade for Scooble.
Well, they can't. Well, that's the point.
Stinks.
Well, and I don't think you could trade for Buxton.
You might be able to put something.
What?
Buxton.
Gage Wood and what? Like it's not enough.
You might be able to get Rincones. Nori's got a little buzz.
Nah,
yeah.
Come on. You're talking. If I'm the Twins, I laugh at you.
He's got a lot of. I mean, he's got a great contract.
By the way, the Braves are
starting to slow down a little bit right now.
But they're hot for Buxton.
Of course they are, and they seem to have an endless amount of prospects.
Right. Well, that's the point. Is that these others?
Can we hire someone from one of these teams?
These other teams system have all this stuff. Like they have prospects to spend.
What's going on? How do they not have prospects, dude?
Because they've never had, other than the one blip, thanks to Ed Wade. Everybody hated Ed Wade.
Hated him at the end.
And Ed Wade was the guy that he might be the most misunderstood figure in all of Philadelphia sports. He got labeled because of the small market comment.
Yes.
What he meant to say was, and again, he didn't have the TV package to work with that New York and the Dodgers had.
And the ownership was different back then.
Oh, the ownership was cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. They were cheap. Budget. They were cheap owners.
Yeah.
And Ed Wade's just trying to make do, right? And he was in charge of that Arbuckle and all those guys. Yeah. I mean, not for nothing. Other than that, like, look at my man. Like, if my man because my man with Steve Novarita was here for presided over the Utley. He worked for Ed. Like, he was a sharp guy.
Yes, when you hear him talk, he came up yesterday because my buddy Bobcat's like, yo, that guy Steve, I love when he's on.
He's
He knows what
great.
he's talking about.
Like, he's great. And this is where I think they need people to, like, see, when it went sideways when Clintack came in here.
Yes.
And
everything.
turned the whole organization over to analytics.
Well, they had overcompensated for having no analytics. They had to go all in on the analytics.
Yeah, and what happened? It was a disaster.
Stinks.
Disaster. And look what you're left with. Nothing.
Rubbish.
That's right, Harry Kane. Rubbish. Rubbish, Harry. So, my man, Sam from England, I love Sammy. Sammy's coming in next week. Harry Kane does not look like a superstar athlete.
Who does? Weird talk. We had a whole conversation.
He's got like this, like groomed, like Messi's a matinee idol, but Messi like looks like a star, right? Yeah. And Mbappe looks like a star. Who's my man, the striking Viking, the striking Viking. I mean, that dude's a stud.
Yeah.
Harry Kane doesn't look like a stud.
Nah, he looks to me like Ryan Reynolds.
Right? He
got very like coiffed hair.
Yes. Like you're playing a sport.
Hey, look at that.
I don't know.
Strong jawline and chin, but still just looks like an actor.
That looks like an older picture of him too. Today, like he's older now. A couple years. Is that fresh, Jules?
That's mine. I dug that up. I don't know. I
think it's an older one. Like they're from yesterday. You look, he looked like a.
He doesn't look like a player.
He looks like an owner.
Even his physique and stuff.
Like he looks like a GM owner type.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I mean, he's a
play.
great player, man. Yeah. I went yesterday to Cafe Ida on 18th and Passyunk and watched Croatia and England with my man Marco. My cousin and I met Marco with his crew.
All right.
Right? We had a bunch of Albanians. We were drinking Albanian beer. Love the Albanians.
Shout out to the Albanians.
We were hanging with the guys. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He doesn't look like is it the beard?
Is that a player behind him too? This England squad does not.
Because they don't have meat.
They don't do,
I was joking earlier because they were talking about it. They went nuts in Kansas City talking about the barbecue. Oh, delightful briskets. The best piece of meat I've ever had. And it's like, yeah, I guess so. Look at the slop you're eating over there. I can't wait. What do you think Sam likes the Sixers? He comes over here, he gets a steak and a burger, and he's like, this is living.
Oh, you're getting him all fired up, Sammy. He doesn't need to look like it. He just needs to put the ball in the goal. JMLZ, and Kane's one of the best in the world the last few years.
I know.
They're all going on. Whole flash, cause he literally had 50-plus goals this year. Won the Bundesliga.
I know.
He can still look like a movie star while doing it. That's all we're saying.
I like Messi. I like Mbappe. I like Holland. Holland is my man.
Yeah, of course.
Because he's
a meat.
Yeah, 6'5". Yeah. He looks like the Viking.
He looks like he can put his head through a concrete wall.
Yeah, like my man. Like that's I don't know. Harry Kane looks like he belongs on Wall Street. Or in I gotta ask Sammy. I forget
What's the equivalent
in London. There is I forget the name of the street, but God bless. It was a great match.
Like a West End boy though, like more the Broadway acting in England.
It was a great game. That was a great game yesterday.
That was an awesome game.
Incredible.
Lived up to the hype.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Congratulations, Sammy, for that. Great stuff. It was a lot of fun. And it was it's 2-2. That was wild. Right.
Such a fun game.
It was. It good. It finishes 4-2.
We saw the roof. Ghana, Panama should have been the first game of the day. They were two teams. It was like watching a high school game. They were terrible. I idiot me did over corners. There's like one corner the whole game.
Oh, really?
Just no offense at all.
I had to,
except for the last 3 minutes. Somehow they found a goal.
So by the time I get home and all, I didn't get a chance to see. And then
We know Harry Kane's a great player, everybody. We're just saying he irritates us the way he looks.
dude, he's a great player. I'm not
in the world.
I'm just breaking balls, dude. You guys can understand that. Like, I get it. He's a great player.
Yeah, there are a lot of Kane heads out there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know. Bleep the Kane. You know what? I don't like him. I want Mbappe, baby. Holland. Give me a real star. Forget you, Kane. Sorry, Sam. I love you, Sam. I don't want you to be mad at me, Sam. I had last night, my dog, poor little Juno, her face, like all of a sudden, her face started to swell.
Oh, man.
I got to send Jules the
That's
picture.
scary.
And like she was rubbing her face, right? And all of a sudden, Massimo, it was funny. I was about to watch, I forget what game it was. It was Colombia. I was about to watch Colombia. So I was like down. I was like, I'll watch Colombia match, relax. She watches the games with me, my dog, right? Like, we have this one corner on the couch. She comes up. We watch the games. So Massimo comes down, and he's like, and he sees her. He goes, Daddy, because she's the face of the TV. I'm not seeing her.
Yeah.
He goes, Daddy, look at her face. It's swollen. And sure enough, so we had to take her
Panic sets in. You're like,
like she was an allergic reaction to something.
Yeah.
So we had to take her to here's little Juno.
Oh, man.
All puffed up.
All puffed up.
Yeah. So we had to take her to the animal hospital in Marlton.
Yeah.
They're over 24/7. They're great.
People over there.
They gave her a shot at Benadryl. Thank God she's doing better today.
Some bugs, some kind of bee or a flea or something.
Who knows? And I live in that freaking,
Hey, you live over in the wilderness.
Yeah.
Woods.
Yeah. Anyway, so I didn't get home till 3:30.
Pretty good for 3:30.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
But not Harry Kane, but
Yeah, I mean, you got
I'm not a movie star like him.
a little pep in your step for being up at 3.
Well, I'll do that.
You dragging today? You got the Coca-Cola out early.
No, I'm just like multiple beverages. I got my coffee, my water, my Gatorade. I always like having a lot of different beverages.
That's good. That's good.
I'm like leaking out of my eyes. So.
Today's a great day. Looking forward to it. We got Pat. Any day with Pat's a great day. So we'll talk to Pat coming up. It's another reason why I'm anti, sorry, Sam.
What are you anti?
England. I think about Pat.
Oh. I think about Pat the day that Babe Ruth was traded. He looked pretty
upset.
Oh,
that was great. And then we got Kevin.
Oh, yeah.
Love me some Kevin.
Gandhi.
And then we got the great Jay Wright.
Woo.
So,
speaking
of movie stars, doesn't get cooler than Jay.
No, he's got the whole
Jay.
package.
You forget about Kane.
Good looks,
Jay,
good hair, good clothing.
Great sportsman.
Yeah.
Number one, he's a great sportsman.
Yep.
So that's the show today. Looking forward to it. Lots to get to. Let's take a quick TO and talk about our friends. Talk about the BetPark Sportsbook online casino app that's got soccer fever. Cup fever is happening at Parks Casino and on the app, the BetParks app. We're going to be there tomorrow. So our show's 10-1, right, Jules, tomorrow from Parks Casino. So we're looking forward to that. Cup fever from Parks tomorrow. And they got it on the app. Any of the matches that you liked, and all kinds of odds boosts and all kinds of giveaways at the casino and sportsbook. So check it out. BetParks.com has all the details. All right, new customers get 500 spins on the new soccer slot game. Goal, collect them. Plus up to $500 casino bonus back if you're down the first 24 hours. It's got to be in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, now let's talk about, Xfinity. And the 5-year price guarantee. Let's talk Wi-Fi. Talk intelligent Wi-Fi. And what if you can keep it that at the same price for 5 whole years? You can. Xfinity's 5-year price guarantee. It's Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home work together, that finds and fixes problems before you notice them. Super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. That test that lets you stream the game even when your whole family's online, video games, doing their thing. All your devices work in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. Best part, no annual contracts, no hidden fees. Xfinity's best equipment included. Take it from me. Lot changes in 5 years. Records are broken. Your kids grow bigger than you. Your Wi-Fi should stay reliable. The price should stay put. Lock in your price. Unlock the possibilities with Xfinity. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Now, the editor.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
This just in, ladies and gentlemen, and all the ships at sea. It's time for headlines from the editor's desk with Pat McLoone.
What's up, my main man?
So, Pat,
How are you, boys? How's it
Doing
going?
good.
Let me tell you, all I want to do today is get a walk or get hit by a pitch or leg out a bunt or something because I don't think I've ever, I'm just a peon here with that Kevin Nagandi, Jay Wright squad coming up after.
Oh, please, come on.
nah, you're legend.
Yes, you fill the triumvirate. Like, that's a big deal.
Well, that's nice of you, but that's quite a lineup. Quite a lineup.
So, you catch soccer fever or what?
Yeah, I actually do. I think I have a strong World Cup segment. Do you want to go right to World Cup?
Yeah, let's do it. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yo, Pat, have you made it to FanFest yet?
I haven't, but Brendan, I'm trying to work out something with my son Brendan. He lives over in Fairmount, and he knows I want to go, so I think he's going to get me over there one of these days. But
Yeah,
hey,
I mean, what
that's
they did, what Meg did, and her squad, incredible.
yeah, that's one of the things, But our headline on the World Cup is "Cheers to the Tartan Army." Okay,
Aw.
because
Great Scott.
if me, you, and VG have a variety of things to talk about the World Cup, I'm going to talk about the best drinking fans is what I'm going to do. Okay.
Sure.
This Tartan Army, it's unbelievable. I mean, they weren't in Salt Lake City or Tulsa. These guys went up to Boston and started, the bars were running out of beer. They ran out of Sam Adams up in Boston at several bars. The one guy in the bar said that it was the equivalent of 3 times a St. Patrick's Day.
Wow.
And
3 times the St. Patty's Day.
3 times St. Patrick's Day. And they,
How many
they had
beers are
another
they
guy.
having?
Dude, they're impressive, the Scots.
They're just tapping kegs? Like, that's it?
They're tapping kegs left and right. That
Man, taking them down.
yeah. And then they line up, they get out of the bar, they line up behind the bagpipes, and they march to Fenway Park. There was a real nice gentleman who was cleaning the parks or whatever, and he just they're walking through the park in big numbers, and the guy said, "Hey man, these guys are clean. They clean up after themselves, but my God, can these guys drink?" And
Yeah, that's impressive.
They're having a big time. They're certainly making a number on the economic fortunes there.
Let me ask you a question, a beer question. If you're in prime Pat drinking shape, right? Like you wake up and it's a good day. Like you're ready to go. Perfect amount of food during the course of a day. How many pints can you crush?
Well, I can still go pretty good. Here's my thing on that. I'll take a 21 or 22-year-old and we'll start at noon and I'll go till 2 a.m. with them. Just don't ask me to do it a second day.
Right, right.
Back
Recovery's the
second
problem.
day, I could have done that. Yeah. Like at some point with VG, I'd probably need to tap out. But yeah, I mean, I'll take pride and I'll go strong. If I'm next to the Tartan Army, I'm in there. I'm gonna ask to get deputized and ask the fellas, and it begins with a T, whatever the big beer for the Scotland is, and a lot of these bars rolled that in, and they blew through that supply in a no time flat.
I got to get you. You know what? I'd be a fun exercise because my buddy Boo, he could crush. Like all of a sudden, there's a case gone. Like and it's not even. He's not even phased.
Yeah, I remember back in the day saying to we were at a friend's house at one of Tracy's friends, Nancy Bonner, and she said, "Well, how you doing?" I said, "I'm 4 short of a case." I remember that at one point.
That's awesome.
And I was a father of several at that point. But
yeah.
But I was one of those guys that I didn't touch it in high school. All my friends were drinking. We were like 14 years old. I didn't touch it until I got out, done playing basketball, and I paid a dear price catching up to those guys because they had a head start. But
you did good. You did good.
There you go.
You did well, son.
But there's so many other things about this World Cup that have been just fascinating to me. You know, I mean, it's amazing what Messi's doing at age 38. There was a tweet about the records that he's had. It said longer than Harvey Catching's arm, all these records that Messi has. It's going on and on. And the USA looked really good. For somebody that doesn't like the low scoring or whatever, if you watch that USA game Friday night, besides the fact they scored 4 goals, they were in the box peppering that poor Paraguay guy the whole game long.
Yeah, they look fast.
And
they passed the smell test type of thing.
Yes. And I'm proud of Philly too, Anthony, on 2 counts. Like you said with Meg, and the Fan Fest 2 days ago was well over 100,000 already. And I thought I'd give credit to Philadelphia Stadium in its debut, 68,000 plus at Ivory Coast, Ecuador.
Yeah,
Good.
how about the TV ratings too, Pat? Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Absolutely. My understanding anecdotally, and I'm betting VG saw it personally, is Ecuador came into town in big numbers.
They were everywhere in town, everywhere, especially right along the Broad Street corridor, because I guess everyone's taking the subway down, but 15th Street, 13th Street, just Ecuadorians everywhere. Taking pictures with everything around. They were great. The energy was amazing.
And for that kind of effort, they deserved to win, but they were going up against our guys with the elephants on the back of their
they're cool.
And that's another thing. All these obscure geography lessons in Africa, particularly, so many teams out there. How about Spain, whose whole life is soccer? It's the biggest thing they got. They wind up tying that Cape Verde. Cape Verde has less than 500,000 people on those islands.
So you know who's from Cape Verde? Devon.
No kidding. No kidding. Wow, that's fascinating.
He walks in with a Cape Verde hoodie. And I'm like, wow. I figured he was just into it from the soccer. So no, man. I've had this for years. He goes, that's where my family's from. So then I'm enamored. You know me, I get inquisitive, right? So then I go, well, tell me about it, right? So he goes, I'll do you one better. I'll get my father on the phone. He gives me a whole lesson on the history of Cape Verde, how the Portuguese discovered these islands off the coast of Senegal. They were barren. So that what they did was they populated the islands, because there's 10 of them. Right, and they had people up and down the coast of Africa and the Portuguese. And so it became this whole kind of mixture, almost like a Brazil type with the people. It was fascinating, interesting history.
That's terrific. Terrific. You never know.
And then he told me at the end, Google Cape Verde beautiful women.
Oh my.
And so I did, and it was not disappointing.
There you go. There you go. Yep. Yeah. Some of those matchups would be pretty good, and
Yes.
top 5 from different countries. That would be
Yes.
quite a deal. Yeah. But
who's your favorite player so far?
I'm with you, man. I like that striking Viking guy.
Yeah, man, the Viking. He's the coolest. You know why? Because he looks like a tight end, right? Like he's a monster. 6'5".
Yeah, you know what?
He's
absolutely. What got me going on that is that I watch a video every day from Benjamin Lee Eckstein, who was one of the great employees in Daily News history. He was Vegas Vic for us for over 30 years.
Wow.
Gave us the line every night for 6 days a week, 52 weeks a year for 30 years, never missed a night. And
what's his name? I always thought Howard was. How do I not know this?
Well, it was Howard. It was Howard. When I got there in 1980, it was Howard. And Howard was Vegas Vic for a year or two. And then we brought in a guy named Benjamin Lee Eckstein. Did some work under his name in New York. He's from New York. He was, all nicked up recently, understandably. But no, he's been out in Vegas. He's legit. He's out in Vegas, Vegas Vic, and it's funny how, you just remember some things. I do a newsletter every now and then on sports betting to help out Eddie Barkowitz. And when I went to Denver, I couldn't do it. And I read the newsletter. And once I read it, I knew it was Vegas Vic. But Vegas said bet the Norway game. And he was talking about how good they are, that they've won and they've won by big. And so he said, you got to, so I started watching it, and I started watching this guy. And my God, he's really a presence out there.
He's a football player, is how I look at it. Yeah.
And, the Americans, that Balogun was really terrific. So, he had won offsides or whatever, but I think it's been great. I mean, nobody's beaten anybody 12-1 or anything. These guys from the small islands and stuff like that, they've more than held their own.
Yeah.
Portugal ties, somebody's up, these squads are just running into ties, and there's a lot of people. You're right. I would have liked to have seen that game you watched yesterday. I certainly would have been heavy on the Croatian hope, but that's okay. But it's been great.
I love the international stuff. Like we're at this place, like this kind of coffee shop type of thing called Cafe Ida on 18th and Passyunk. And we're drinking Albanian beer, and it was like Croats, Albanians, and there was one guy from Puglia, and it was awesome. Me and my cousin, and we were hanging with the guys. It was fantastic. It was like I like that slice of culture.
Absolutely, and it's busting out all over Philadelphia and busting out all over Lemon Hill, so it's great.
Yeah,
it's absolutely great.
All right, next headline.
All right. Next headline. Let's go Flyers. And the headline there is rock and roll. Okay.
Rock and roll. That's awesome.
Rock and roll. Vladar being the rock, and we got somebody to help the rock out a little bit. And there he goes.
That's a great headline.
Yeah.
But so here we go. And it's fun because we're back to the point where we're kind of hanging on every personnel move with the Flyers.
Yes.
And you get a sense that they kind of know what they're doing. Another thing about the Flyers, the Phillies did their thing the other day where they were right behind the plate where the broadcast crew was there, and they had Tocchet on. And, Tocchet has a presence about him. Tockett's talking about the rest of the city and all that stuff. And, the Flyers are definitely having their moment, and it's not going anywhere. Now, a cynic would say that Sam Erson's going to win a Stanley Cup in goal because they've had some rough luck with that over the years. But, even the defenseman switch, the guy they got, Benoit or whatever, you move out Andrae, who did a solid job for you, for a 6'4" guy that might be a little bit more of a presence there for you. So it's great because I don't feel like they gotta totally blow everything up and do it. And it's good if you can tweak, and then when the big thing comes, go for it. But make sure that it's the right one. And I kind of like where they're going. And there's going to be a lot going on because the draft is the 26th and 27th. Although they only have a first and a second, and then it drops off because they've traded some of those picks to like the 7th round. And then free agency starts on July 1st. We're going to have dueling free agency. We're going to have the NBA starting on the 30th of June and the NHL on July 1st. And we really haven't had our eyes open to NHL free agency in the last few years, to be honest, because they were transparent about what they did and they told you. But who knows? Maybe something big's going to come out of free agency this year.
Yeah. Trades,
Love, we got the dates going. I'm looking now. We got our draft party Friday, June 26th at Yards Brewery. Some beer specials. Hey, God, it'll be a good time. I'll be there. Maybe Pat comes down and have some beers, Pat.
Hey, Yards, that's cool.
Yeah, Yards a great spot.
Yeah.
So that should be fun.
I was with you before Yards. That was terrific. Yep, absolutely. Yeah.
I had a Yards. Right. Before we went to Cafe Ida, I went to Palladium.
Oh, nice.
And I met my cousin Palladium. And
was Vic there?
What?
Fangio there?
No. And then I had a nice Yards. Just that pale ale is such a drinkable beer.
Yeah.
It's a nice, great beer. It's just, great beer.
Yeah. The last party was fantastic. They had Bernie, rest in peace, in the last one. But they're always a good time.
Great times.
All amped up for Flyers off season.
Yeah, it's good.
Absolutely. All right. Moving along. I'm going to go now from the Flyers to, you know what? I'm going to hold off on the Sixers. We'll go out on Sixers Eagles. We're going to do a little Big Five. Okay. And the reason is this is when we're talking about all these cultures and all these great countries, got a little taste of Italy coming to Villanova next year. We got Luigi Swigo coming in, 7'3".
It was a big get.
Probably would be a first-round NBA pick, and he's coming to Villanova. I mean, we'll only be there a year, but it was one of those things that got the Daily News machinery unraveled a little bit. So I started asking all the great basketball people, Dick Girardi, Mike Kern, Bob Cooney, Eddie Barkowitz. And then we brought in the Hammer, Bob Vitrone Jr., Boop. And the discussion was about Big Five Giants. And the headline there is Philly skyscraper history.
Oh, wow. That's a great category. I'll take that for 400, Pat.
Yeah, about all the – right. Penn currently is the only one in the City Six that doesn't have a 7-footer on the roster. There's a lot of big guys out there, and it wasn't the case over the years. So Swigo and Boop came up with all these lists, and as anyone who knows Bob Vitrone Jr., nobody can do research and stuff like that about it. Let me trot out to you the 8 previous 7-footers who played at Villanova, okay? Let's go back to the 85 team that won the championship. Chuck Everson at 7'1". Not a huge player. Literally a huge player.
Not a good one, right?
Yeah, but Chuck Everson is a big factor at Villanova now. Chuck Everson is the guy that really keeps those old head together, keeps the alumni flowing in, does a terrific Big East broadcast. And so he's around. Tom Grice, 1990, 7'3", probably in the top 3 or 4 big guys they've had. Paul Vrind, 7'2", don't remember him. Anthony Pell, 7-footer.
I remember Anthony Pell.
Rafael Biggis from Archbishop Carroll at 7 foot. And then Chris Charles in 06, 7 foot. Don't remember much about him. The backup center last year, Braden Pierce, was a 7-footer. He's moved on. I think he's at Charleston now. And now they got a guy, Nico, long name, next year. But let's go to your school quickly when we're talking Big Five Giants, Anthony. Probably the best name, I would say, of the 7-footer that he's got atop is that Dwayne Coswell was a pretty good player.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, and he wound up playing for the Kings, Sacramento Kings.
Yeah, nice player.
Yeah.
And when you talk about big men in Temple, there's a tragic history there because Temple had not one, but 2 big men die from heart issues when they were playing at Temple.
Ah, wow.
You go back to a guy named Robert LeBird, 7'2", Marfan syndrome. That stopped him from playing, stayed there to study, died in his room at Temple one night.
That's horrible.
And then a couple years later, only came in at 6'11", but John Chaney expected big things from a guy named Marvin Webster Jr.
Wow.
Now, this is
you know
Marvin.
what you remember his father? The human eraser.
Yes. Why don't we even try to think I can sneak one by you, Anthony? I was going to see if you could come up with a nickname, and boom, the human eraser. There you go. Yeah. I don't even think Jay will come up with a human eraser later, but I do know this. He's going to be happy to talk to you. One of the last conversations I had with Jay pretty much circled around being friends with Anthony Gargano.
Oh, yeah, he's the greatest. All right. I can't.
Now, go ahead.
No, you go.
Okay. Now, I'm actually going to bypass Phillies because I got 2 more. We have 5. There's going to be plenty of week to talk about them. And it is the Anthony Gargano show, so I'm going to end on Eagles. But Sixers NBA draft is a little help too much to ask, is my question. That's all we want. And there's Gansey. He was another guy behind there, him and Nick Nurse with McCarthy. And, that was good stuff listening to them talk.
Until he black-hatted the no-hitter.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Your guy, Luzardo, he did him in. Did him dirty.
You're a sports guy. Let me ask you a question, Pat. You're a sports guy. You got to know that. I don't care you're a basketball man. You also got to know you don't bring that up.
I think so. And here's a sports thing that came up yesterday. As you know, I sent you and Julia. I was at the game with my 6-year-old son, Patrick. Grandson, Patrick. We had a great time.
What a kid.
So now that there's the Marlins are hitting them out left and right. And the balls keep getting thrown back. If that's me and I have a 6-year-old grandson beside me, I don't care if Jeff Conine or somebody hits it. I'm grabbing a ball. I'm handing it to my son. You get a major league thing. I'm not getting carried away with that tradition.
It's not our tradition. Here's the thing. If I'm in Chicago, sorry, even if my 6-year-old son, I would teach him, I'm sorry, we don't keep this ball because this is what we do in Chicago. It was always like that at Wrigley Field. This thing in Philadelphia came late. It came 10 years ago, which is bogus. We robbed their tradition.
Yep. Well said. And that's fine. And I'd respect it in Chicago. But if it's a choice, it's just me, maybe I do it. The other thing I noticed got thrown on the field. Harper threw it back up like, hey, somebody can have a ball here. Take the ball. Bryce threw it back into the stands.
Yeah. I like it. I like a Bryce because it's not Chicago.
Yeah.
We are not Chicago. Yeah. It's Fugazi. Yeah.
Yes.
We've usurped it.
Yeah.
Yes. It's like the beach ball thing, too.
Oh.
That was in Dodgers or a Candlestick or someplace out west. Horrible.
Oh, look at Julia.
Look at that.
Look at that
kid. Look at that family.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, he was great. He was great. You know, he's a tough little kid. He's got diabetes, and he just it doesn't faze him one bit. So it was very cool. Yep. There you
Look
go.
at that kid. Look at him, my man.
There you go.
That's a
Yep.
good-looking kid right there.
Thank you, Julia. You're the best. Now, but the Sixers, I always try to, like, you know, put a few in the bank that I can look ahead for when we're doing it. And I said, boy, I got to start getting ready to, you know, in a couple of weeks, we're going to have to do the draft. And I look, whoa, not a couple of weeks. This draft's right on us.
Yeah.
And, you know, I guess because of the transition or whatever, we're fine. The draft is, by the time I speak next week, we can talk about who they got. And I'm just saying, is a little help too much to ask? I thought in the research, I could show you and VG that we have great room for hope because there's a lot of people. But you know what? Over the last 5 years, guys after the 22nd pick, not a lot of big names in the league. So they're going to really have to pull one out of their hat. You know, Kalkbrenner went 34 last year at Charlotte. He's a nice player. AJ Mitchell went 38. He's with he was hurt, but he's with Oklahoma City. Walker Kessler, you're scraping the barrel. The 1 year, because I just went, I didn't want to go back too far. I did the last 5 years. In 2021, your second favorite Sixer, Quentin Grimes, was picked up at 25. Bones Highland is a decent player. Miles McBride, you come out of it with a Miles McBride, I'll be pretty happy with that.
Oh, yeah, you get the douche.
Yeah. And that guy, Io DeSomo from Illinois, the 2021
Yeah, the Bulls.
draft.
He's a good ball player. Combo guard, right? Like, you know, plays one or the two.
How about this name? Picked 30th in 2020, Desmond Bain. Ooh,
Yeah.
that would look good.
Bang.
But any guys out there that you're hoping slide, or anybody, you know?
I need to be upfront. I have not looked. I have a bad attitude towards the Sixers. I need to like wise up. Like I do, because I have a bad attitude toward them. I might try to talk to Gansey because I like what he said, but I got a bad attitude about the whole thing. Like I've been through it. All I want to talk about is football. All I really care about is college football. Like when it comes to prospects. And I, you know, I can't. I mean, I when this NFL stuff, like when we get to training camp, that's all I care about.
There you go. Yeah,
I got a name for you, Pat, and it's a reach because we're gonna take him too early, according to most people. Zuby on St. John's.
Yeah,
I love that kid.
He's not gonna be around.
He's projected.
Late
first.
Most spots say he will be around.
I've seen him late first.
Really?
Maybe second, yeah.
Wow.
Zuby, he can't score. That's fine. Give me an attitude that rebounds, rim protects, and hustles. That's all I want on a bench player.
Yeah, that kind of guy. Yeah. Another guy, Taris Reed, the Connecticut guy, he looks like he's early second round. 6'11" guy that'll bang a little bit. I could deal with that, you know.
Yeah, if you can play for Hurley or you could play for St. John's.
This team needs so. I admit I have a bad attitude. This team needs so much, like some role player that maybe becomes a role player. Is not getting me excited.
I'm excited if they could pull a Zuby, I'd be stoked. I love that kid.
Now, Anthony, this shows, not to the extent that you are, but this will show the extent to how much me and you are more into football and stuff, is that I know what the NBA is trying to do, but a second day of TV to watch the second round of the NBA draft, no, I'm not. No go. But that's Saturday.
They're trying to be like the NFL. You ain't the NFL, man.
Yeah, I'm watching most of 3 through 7. You know,
I mean, a heartbeat. Like I love it. I love day 3.
Thursday, Friday, I'm not moving. If you know, something has to be done, I'll be on the move.
We're on the text chain, you and I. Day 3.
Yeah. Yeah, we're talking about guys we hope are still there in round 5. Yeah, you dig in. going back to the Our Lads guy and all that stuff. Yeah, yeah. We're not too concerned with who Houston's going to get with the 58th pick in the NBA draft.
Exactly. Hey, Pat,
Yeah.
do me a favor. Before we get to birds, I got to take a quick TO, okay?
Sure.
And then we go to the last headline, the Eagles. Yes. First, a word from our friends. We're going to talk about that.
This summer, declare your independence from hot, miserable sleep with Ashley Stars and Stripes mattress sale. Stay cool all night with cooling mattresses starting at just $6.99. Plus, for a limited time, save up to $1,000 on select mattresses and pay 0% interest for 60 months. That's 5 full years interest-free on better sleep. So stop sweating through summer nights and sleep cooler, longer, and more comfortably. Freedom from hot sleep starts today at Ashley Stars and Stripes mattress sale. Shop for more deals in-store or at ashley.com. Elkin Chevrolet, run by 3 brothers, real brothers, local guys, great guys. And right now, they're lining up deals that are very hard to beat. They got a huge inventory of Chevy trucks and SUVs, everything people actually want to drive. Equinoxes, Trailblazers, Tahoe Suburban, Silverados. And the prices, well, they're going to move fast. If you've been thinking about it, now's the time. Whether it's getting to a game, getting to work, or just getting out of town for a bit to maybe watch the Sixers or Flyers play, you'll drive off in the perfect ride at the perfect price. And here's the thing. This isn't just a one-and-done kind of place. These are the guys you go back to again and again because they treat you right. No runaround, no games, no haggling, no hassles, just real people, real deals. Elkin Chevrolet, real brothers, real deals, and a whole lot of honking good service going on. Super easy to get to. Route 73 South in Marlton. Elkin Chevrolet. This summer, declare your independence from hot, miserable sleep with Ashley Stars and Stripes mattress sale. Stay cool all night with cooling mattresses starting at just $6.99. Plus, for a limited time, save up to $1,000 on select mattresses and pay 0% interest for 60 months. That's 5 full years interest-free on better sleep. So stop sweating through summer nights and sleep cooler, longer, and more comfortably. Freedom from hot sleep starts today at Ashley Stars and Stripes mattress sale. Shop for more deals in-store or at ashley.com.
The great Pat McLoone. Headline number 1.
And headline number 1 on the Eagles is the new Centurions. And on this one, I'm going to trot it back to you to talk a little bit about the cool thing that PHLY is doing now with the Eagles and the conversations you've been in. And you're going to tell me a little bit about the debates that are going on. And, I'll kick in where I can.
All right, this is great, Pat. I loved it. Bo Wolf came up with this. He wanted to do the top 26 of the century, right? We're in 2026 to 2026. So the 26 greatest Eagles. And so we were debating who would be on the list from an offensive standpoint and a defensive standpoint. And who is number 1, right? Like, who is Mr. Eagle? So I have Dawkins at 1. I had Kelsey at 2.
I was hoping you were going to say that. Yep.
What do you have? Who's your top 5?
I would say Dawkins right out of the gate. I kind of interrupted just to agree with you on Dawkins, but go after that from what you were going to say.
Well, who would you have? I Kelsey too.
Mean, I would think that I would think that Kelsey's got to be there. I think Lane Johnson.
I had Lane 3. Yeah.
Lane. I would probably agree with you. I would probably go Dawkins. I might go Dawkins, Lane, Kelsey. Okay. And I think for a body of work guy, Fletcher Cox would be in the mix. And then, you got to look at some of the other guys that were around at the beginning when Dawk was playing. And then you got to weigh in some guys' longevity as to impact. I mean, you can make a real case for Nick Foles, I think. I think you can make a case for T.O. They weren't around long, but, man, some major impact.
It's funny, the receivers, we talked a lot about the receivers. I had them I had Deshaun Jackson 1.
Ooh, okay.
Because of his longevity and his greatness. Like, Deshaun Jackson was one of the most underrated weapons that ever comes through here because he could run through a cover too. I mean,
Right.
we forget all the touchdowns. Like, he was impossible to stop because you couldn't just roll coverage. He'd run by the safety.
And maybe the most electrifying combo in the Eagles was Mike Vick to Jackson, because Mike Vick could rip it, man. Mike Vick to Jackson, some of those passes were, something. I mean, how many quarterbacks would you say were in the 25?
So my number one quarterback was Jalen. It was a heavy Jalen Donovan debate. And like Foles is impossible to quantify. Like he has to be on the list of the 26 because we've never seen anything like it, right? Like he was the purveyor of the miracle. So he's got to be on it. But I had Jalen as number one because Jalen, I think, is more, he delivered. Big games, he delivered more than Donovan. Donovan didn't deliver the way Jalen delivered.
Yeah. And then, I'll tell you what, 26, when you think about, there's been some dramatic quarterback play. You look at Jalen, you look at Donovan, you look at Nick Foles, you look at Vic, the way he could sling it. And then for a brief moment, Carson Wentz. But now you can only have so many quarterbacks, so, but
let me do this, Pat. Let me bring in Kevin for this conversation because I'd be fascinated to hear what Kevin has to say on this whole thing. Can we get Kev up? All right, because I'm curious to see where I'd like the three of us to bat this around a little bit. It's fascinating because where does Cooper and Quinion, like I love those two. Like you don't win without those two. Yeah. And they're going to be great. Like I get it if the list is a year, if we did this next year, they have to be somewhere. But I'm partial to those two. I think they're that great that, look at the cornerbacks that have been on through the century of Troy Vincent, Bobby Taylor, right?
Yeah.
Lido and Sheldon
Brown. Yeah.
You got Darius Slay. You got Asante. Asante Samuel's a great cornerback.
For a while, he was really something. Yeah. I'll tell you what, Bo's got you in a position that's right up your wheelhouse, and that makes for some good debate. And it makes you feel good about the Eagles when you're talking about 26 years. There he goes.
So I wanted to bring you in right away, Kev. So we're doing this exercise, the top 26 for the 2026, top 26 of this century Eagles, right? And I'd be curious to see like where you have, like who's number one in this century. Give me your top three, because Pat and I were just kind of batting this around.
Man, I don't know.
I had Dawkins, Kelsey, Lane as my 1, 2, 3.
I think that's pretty good. And to be honest with you, I would have Jalen Hurts in that top 5 because listen, if they win that first Super Bowl, he's the Super Bowl MVP. And he has 2 Super Bowl MVPs and 2 Super Bowl titles. Like that's ridiculous. I don't think I know where there's a lot of frustration, but like if we told you that there's a quarterback in Philadelphia that would win Super Bowl MVP and could have won the second one if the grass was better, and there's no pool there on the, that BS call. I would have loved to have Jalen drive because he was incredible in that game aside from one fumble. So I don't know. I would have him top 5. I think that we could put Dawkins at number 1. I think you could have Kelsey at number 2, considering what he was and how the critical role he played. I think Lane Johnson's perfect at 3. And then it's the tie-ins. You know, where's Graham? Graham knocks the ball down.
Well,
And
I had
the
BG
Super Bowl.
4. It's funny you said that.
So here I think we have a good top 5 right now, right? So the question will be, you brought up quarterbacks. Foles has to be there just because he had the greatest 2 games I think any quarterback will ever have in Eagles history. That NFC Championship game and the Super Bowl were he had to be incredible.
Yes.
And he was incredible in that Super Bowl game going head-to-head against Brady.
Kevin's context is perfect. He put it right there. You know, if put yourself back at the year 2000, and if you said by 2026 the Eagles are going to have a quarterback that's going to win a Super Bowl and come just short in a shining performance, we would have thought that's a dream. That'll never happen. So that's good context.
Yeah. So after that, now, I mean, Deshaun, I heard you guys bring up. I mean, obviously AJ Brown. It's hard to look at Terrell Owens in the short time frame that we have with him, but he would be in that conversation. I find it interesting how you brought up Carson Wentz, because he was the MVP before that game in LA. He was the
I did
MVP.
not have Carson in my top 26.
That's where it gets tricky, because he was the league MVP before whatever happened in LA, right? But I don't know if you have enough for him to say this guy should be in the top 26 of that. Just shows you how good the Eagles were in this 26-year run. McNabb is right behind Jalen in the conversation of quarterbacks. I'm with you on that. Foles has to be on the list. Now it gets interesting. What do you want to do specifically?
Like a guy like Trotter has to be on the list, right? Like
has to be on the list.
Got to be there. We're a defensive town. What about all the corners? Like we talked about the corners. What about Jason Peters, a Hall of Famer?
Without question, Peters is on that. Ertz is on that. I think Ertz deserves to be on that, considering who he was and the role that he played on this team. Shoot, he doesn't catch that 4th down and gets that first. I think sometimes we can forget a lot of things, and then when you reflect back, you're like, holy cow, he played such a pivotal role. So I would put definitely Ertz in that situation. And Andy's teams, like, where do we put Deuce Staley? Deuce should be on that.
I had Westbrook over Deuce.
You have Westbrook over Deuce? Yeah.
And then you do only a short-termer, but Anthony, where did you put Saquon?
I did not have him on because 26, and it's why I didn't have T.O. on it, because you got to give me more than 1 year.
Now, I find that interesting because I picked up on the back end of your conversation with Pat where you brought up Q and Cooper because we've got to have more than, right? Like, we've got to have more than that, right? So
I know. That's why I had both of them. Now, they gave us 2 great years, right? 1 Super Bowl last year. They were great. But to your point, they probably are left off because if this is next year, it's 3 great years. They're both on it. But you're probably
this feels
right.
like, you know what this comes down to? This comes down to getting 35 names out there, 40 names, and then eliminating.
Yes.
Like we're putting everything on a board. All right, this guy has to come out. This guy, then you could slide in. Then you could justify potentially a conversation of moving T.O. in a 2-year. I heard you guys brought up Deshaun. Deshaun should be there. Of course, Shady McCoy should be there, right? In top 26. So I think Shady has to be in that conversation as well. And I find it fascinating that you bring up Vic, because holy cow, when you talk about electricity and that little 2 or 3 year window, I don't know if I was more excited to watch any player. I'm sorry?
I put Vic over Wentz.
I'm okay with that. But, but it's tough. It's tough.
It is.
I'm-
I mean, and the only reason why is he had such a catastrophic fall. Like
Yeah.
he went from that moment scoring the touchdown. Like, boys, he scores. It's a showdown between the top seeds of the NFC in December. He scores the touchdown, and on the play, heroic, gets hurt.
Yep.
And he goes from this guy, MVP, hero, to he can't complete a pass in front of his face, right?
Yeah,
like,
to
pariah.
get me out of this town. Yeah, he goes to get me out of this town. I don't want to be around anybody, no matter what. I want you to get rid of the coach. Oh, we got rid of the coach. Well, now get rid of me too. Like, I go. I'm not coming back if Doug's here. Doug's gone. Let's figure it out. No, I don't want to come back either. So, and then sometimes also there's some bias like that weighs in that we've seen how his career's played out, right? Like, sometimes I think with Wentz too, it gets overlooked at how bad it was. The year was it like the year his final year? They had no receivers.
No.
And that Seattle game,
Boston Scott out of the backfield.
I felt so bad for him because I was like, "Oh my God, who's he throwing the ball to?
Right.
He has literally nobody." And then he gets the concussion and the Clowney hit, and the rest is history.
Now, I know you well enough, Anthony, that if you pick the coach, that there have been 2 Eagles coaches who have won the Super Bowl. And I know you well enough to know that neither one of them would have got your vote.
Yeah, I agree.
Not at all.
I'm with you on that.
Andy, my man Andy.
Andy.
He set the whole franchise up.
Yep. Andy should be there. Now, Pat, do you agree? Because I'm with Ann. Andy should be the head coach.
If it was a different guy, because Sirianni's such an interesting case. I mean, he's such an interesting case. Yeah, I'd have to go with the. Now, we've had things with over longer time that debated who the greatest Eagles coach of all time was, but yeah, it's good. Andy's the call.
That's another one. That would be an interesting conversation because you'll have a lot of Vermeil, and even before Vermeil, a lot of others. But I would go Andy.
Yeah, I would go Andy.
The greatest head coach in the franchise's history.
Yeah, I don't think it's close, but I'll defer to you, Pat, on Vermeil because we were little boys. So
yeah.
The thing about Vermeil is, I mean, he took the thing with the Eagles were an absolute laughing stock, and they've had down years and stuff, but Vermeil kind of put the Eagles on the map. But Andy, for the longevity and stuff like that.
I think he did the same thing. In 1998, the Eagles were a joke. They were getting smashed every week.
They went through another stretch. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
One guy, like, I'm glad you brought up Jason Peters, but how do we view Jordan Mailata on that top 26?
Yes. Yeah. He's got to be
Mailata
on.
should. I agree. Yeah. Totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got a 3-way left tackle battle there.
Yeah. How about that?
You got Jordan Mailata
Yep.
and Jason Peters and Trey Thomas.
Yeah.
Oh, Trey Thomas is another good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. That's a really good one. Yeah, this is a good list, man. This is a really good list.
It's fun.
Yeah,
Pat,
it's better. It's better than the other stuff that I've been hearing this past week and a half, like the garbage of like, oh, who's the top 11 Philadelphia athletes, and Jalen Hurts isn't even on the list. Like, give me a break. Just shut up. Shut up. Just shut up.
We love you, Pat.
Couldn't agree more. All right, guys.
You're the
Take
man.
care.
Pat, take care.
See you now, Kevin.
See you, buddy. Here he is, the great Pat McLoone, with our man, hometown hero, Kevin the Gandhi. Kev, we got to talk Sorsby. I couldn't wait to talk to you about this Sorsby situation. I know the Eagles are intrigued.
Yeah.
I'm curious your read on this thing, and let's start with, and nobody knows like you, kid's good. Like, the kid can play. So
Yeah.
where are you at right now with this whole Sorsby situation?
Kid can play. I'll be interested to see like what team wants to take a gamble, considering that. I mean, in the last 2 months, he was in rehab, and like $90,000 and 9,000 bets is like, oh man, that is a tough thing to talk about for a young man that is around where they tell you not to bet. So I'd be kind of curious to see how NFL teams view this whole thing, especially giving up a pick that the next year's draft is going to be really good, and you could have a ton of value in that draft. So do you want to give up a pick? Do you go the Rams route and say, hey, we won't be able to get the quarterback that we want, so might as well get a quarterback now and then stash him and hold on and wait? Sorsby's interesting because extremely talented, has the ability to move around, can throw, can make some passes. The one concern, as you step back, when he was at Cincinnati, he was not good in November. If you look at his numbers in November, when the teams, play really good football, you need to get some wins. He struggled when you look at the track record of trying to figure out, this guy play? Can he take it to the next level? Can he carry his team? Now, I say all that. This comes down to organization structure. This comes down to coach connection. If he's with a really good organization and you stash him, I think he could be very, very good. If he is with an organization that's loose, that goes through head coaches, that has no direction, that has ownership that's all over the place, I think this is a pick that could blow up in your face.
So I was talking to Mike Garofolo, and Mikey was saying he believes that a team will take him with it too.
Yeah, and you know what? That's a team that would see themselves picking in the high 50s, low 60s, that thinks that they're a playoff contender right now and they're trying to figure out their quarterback. Immediately,
Pittsburgh,
Philadelphia, Baltimore, Tampa. That all those teams come to mind.
yeah.
All of those four come to mind as they try to figure out what's life look like after Aaron Rodgers, after Jalen Hurts, after if Lamar Jackson, then they don't get a deal. He's 29 years old and new contracts potentially pending, and after Baker Mayfield. I think that's how it's viewed. You could take the Rams off the board. If the Rams didn't do what they did, I think with Ty Simpson, then I think the Rams would have been sure bet. Heck yeah, that's going to happen.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I do think you're right about the Eagles, because I do know that they, they're deep in investigating, and I think, they like what they see so far. And obviously the caveat is what you said to start. Like, the kid can blow up on you at any point, so who knows?
Yeah, and then look at the end. A lot of people will connect the dots here, and I just brought up Jalen Hurts' name. A lot of people can. But this is really about connecting the dots with Howie. Tanner McKee can test the market. If you look at what that quarterback room is, Howie, let's just say they re-sign Jalen and they're okay with everything, and you have Sorsby there for a year or two. This is what Howie does, man. Howie does that.
He
Howie
stacks
has
quarterbacks.
no problem taking a quarterback and just sitting there. I mean, shoot, look at the Jalen Hurts experience. Take a quarterback, sit there, we'll figure it out, we'll find a way down the road. So this is more about knowing the Eagles and knowing what they do and what Howie sees, and Jeffrey Lurie, and what they believe that you can't have enough quality quarterbacks just because the way this league is.
I'm with you. You know the other interesting name? I mean, it's awful situation. And I know Henry Ruggs was denied parole, but I heard that his attorneys looking at certain things that could actually get him out. And I know that, that they're doing their due diligence on him too.
They should. They absolutely should. Listen, the incident is absolutely horrific, awful. A young woman lost her life sitting at a light for no reason at all. Her and her dog, right? But Henry, I will say this: if he follows through all the whole judicial system, serves his time, and he's paroled. I know it was initially denied, I think last week, but if he can come back, the Eagles should. Because honestly, I've heard amazing things about Henry Ruggs. I'm not here to stick up for the young man, but with his connection with Devontae, I think that, and the Eagles' track record of Jeffrey Lurie, just talked about Michael Vick, Jalen Hurts, like, why not? What do you have to lose in giving this young man a second chance if the judicial system decides he deserves a second chance?
Right.
Because whatever he did at that day was god awful. And I'm not dismissing it.
Right. No, I agree. And I know that they're working on that. So, and this is what you do. Like, this is how he does when you're looking at collecting players and, we always talk about assets and collecting assets.
Yes. And it's the right thing to do when you're trying to figure things out. It's not like, it's not like the Chiefs situation with Rashee Rice. I'll put it like that.
Right.
It's not that situation where the talent excuses the behavior and the behavior continues consistently.
Yes.
So that is completely different. That is completely different. I think in this case where I know somebody's going to pull this out and say, "Oh, you think whatever Rashee Rice did was worse than what Henry?" No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, have you learned from a mistake? Have you learned from a mistake, or are you finding yourselves making a mistake that's consistent?
Yeah. I'm with you, man. I am.
By the way, side note, I know you'll appreciate this. We had Garofalo on ESPN on SportsCenter yesterday. He led the show with me from Washington Commanders mandatory camp. And in commercial break, you get the chance, hey, can you hear me, Mike? All that stuff. And I was like, all we're missing is Ant. All we're missing is our boy Cubs. That's all we're missing. So we gave you a shout out in between a commercial break before he came on.
I love it, man. And it warms my heart, you two together, man. That's the greatest. That's the absolute greatest. What are we doing with Painter, buddy?
Work on his mechanics and be patient. I think it's unfair what people are already punting. There's a reason why I think the organization believed in him. There's a reason why. And by the way, you got to trust this organization considering what they've done with pitchers. I would be patient, send him down if they did, work on his mechanics, work on his confidence, and find a way down the road. That's how I view it. I don't view it as, oh, this is the end of the world. Oh, my God, what do we do? Okay, well, I will say one thing. There is a concern about us overvaluing our minor league system when maybe we should have made a trade a year ago for a quality player that for the here and now window. But I wouldn't punt and give up. I certainly wouldn't do that.
I'm with you. The issue though is you got nothing down there. Like we're talking about trade deadline, right? And Buxton and the big swing of School Bowl. They don't have enough to get these guys.
They don't. I don't understand the School Bowl time. I was like, why would the Tigers? Like I'd be talking to teams that have like a farm system. Why would the Tigers do that? I didn't understand the School Bowl stuff.
There's not one guy that would be worthy of being in a trade, even including Gage Wood. The prospects that you can get for the best pitcher in baseball. What do you think? What do you think the Dodgers and the Braves are going to do?
And then the whole Trout stuff. I was like, man, what are we doing? Now I'm intrigued by Buxton. I am because you.
I love Buxton. I just don't know if he's the same boat.
I don't know if he's in the same boat just because the Twins are a different place. You could get Buxton a little bit cheaper. you could find a way to have, okay, Crawford, if you wanted to move on from Crawford and Gage Wood, and then you open up a conversation like, what are we getting in return? I would be intrigued by Buxton. I really would.
But would you, if you're the Twins, like, all right, Gage Wood, now I do worry about his arm in the future, the health of the arm in the future, right?
Yeah, that's a lot of heat.
And,
I mean, he's throwing hard.
And I go, well, what else are you giving me? You're giving me Justin Crawford? You giving me? I gave you Ben Revere years ago. Then you're giving me a guy like Ben Revere. Like, what does that do?
We'll see what the Twins are. The Twins may be shopping, just saying we need to unload salary no matter what.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible.
Yeah.
Well, how'd you make out in your tournament?
So we've got some weekend games, and then we start the real deal next week. So I'm locked in, man. I should send you my itinerary and the stuff that I do. And you know what I got? And you could do this in Little League. I took a pitch com. So I just bought a pitch com, and they started it in Little League last year. And I'm going to test it out tonight during a team scrimmage with my catcher.
So I used it. It is awesome.
Is it really?
I was telling
Hey,
him.
VG's there. All right, good to see VG.
Yes, I remember. You're a lunatic.
Yeah,
yes.
No, but
You both are lunatics.
Kevin's doing the same thing.
Yeah, I get it. You both
And-
are crazy.
And you know what? And you have you could do inside, it'll give you portions of the plate, ball, strike, what you want from it.
Hey, VG, we're not lunatics. You know what we are? We're the product of our environment. Because a year ago, my son was dealing against the team that eventually won the district. And if he had any offense, we would be a different story. There's a lot of different, layers to this because we didn't have 3 11-year-olds because they were playing up with the 12U team. My son was pitching. I actually caught them stealing the opposing team, relaying from first to third to the home plate hitter what my son was throwing.
Yes, they do that.
And
they steal signs all the time.
My son was dealing, and then one inning when I caught it, I was like, whoa. I came back and told my son, we need to hide what we're doing in our glove instead of putting it out there. You are giving this away. That stuff plays a role at 12, man. And I'll add one other thing. The craziest stuff is the game changers, and I've heard shadow accounts. I've come I come to the realization that
shadow accounts.
So there are multiple teams in this state that they have their open account, and then they have a shadow account where all the parents are on that has the real stats.
What?
They have a fake account that they put up there, and then they have a shadow account.
Will they have fake stats up there?
They manipulate numbers and the game changer for the public to see, and then they have a private one. And I have seen this. Some really good teams
know that
in this state
can manipulate the numbers.
Well, why would you do that?
So if I'm an opponent, I look up their game changer stats. I see what they've done previous games, other games. I can
this kid's got
lineup is.
30 steals. This kid's got 18 home runs. All right, well, now I know how to pitch them.
This
I'm
kid
not going to give him
throws
fastballs.
His last outing, he had 75 pitches. 61 of them were strikes.
Right.
Like all that stuff is this kid had 5 walks last game. We will take here.
Wow.
Brother.
I didn't know they do that.
Brother, this was against a rival. And I got information about that. And then I found out from another a team that I think is going to be like a monster team in this state, and will probably represent the state in the Little League World Series when it comes to the regionals. But I have found out that multiple teams do it. They hide it from each other.
Y'all are nuts.
It's crazy.
Y'all got to get it. Yeah. These people doing this, y'all need hobbies or something. I'm talking Little League baseball.
This is our hobby.
This is ridiculous. Someone needs to. This is crazy.
Now,
Manipulate, put fake
VG.
stats out there.
Hey,
Psychos.
VG, I don't do
this
that.
is going in
And,
our show, Kev.
and VG, I don't do that. But it should be definitely in the show. The stuff I've picked up over the last 2 weeks on the information should be in our show.
Text me that. I didn't know about the shadow account. I didn't know.
I didn't know either.
I'm I'm a by the book game changer.
I'm
Why,
I'm
approve?
100% with you.
anything, but
You approve of creating fake stats?
I don't do it. I
I'm
don't
just
believe
saying,
in
do you
that.
approve of this? The person who's doing that, do you approve of that?
Why, no, of course not.
Okay. Sheesh.
No, I wouldn't do it.
No. But listen, VG, as somebody who was just recently a Georgia fan and a Tennessee fan, the SEC motto is if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Like, the whole point of this is, and I wouldn't do this.
Right.
But this
All right.
is the
Jeez,
environment that we're in. So we have to be prepared for it to make sure that we have the proper information.
Any team
So
that's known to be doing that should be kicked out. I mean, I got it. It's ridiculous. It's Little League. If you're a team that gets caught with these shadow guys, that coach should be banned, or whoever's doing it should be banned. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Well, but you don't
VG.
understand one thing. Like when you're playing these teams, like a lot of times you don't have a chance. You don't have an advanced scout.
No,
instead to see the kid.
Yeah.
So you're going off
Exactly.
the numbers.
Right. I get that.
So
To create
Yes.
fake
like
numbers.
I know if a kid's got big power numbers, it's off a fastball. So I'm
Yes.
going to instruct my kids to throw changeups at him
Of course.
and pitch him backwards.
Right.
And without question.
If you're a coach doing that, you are
and-
low self-esteem. You don't think you can win with the other team getting accurate information. That's horrible. I got to tell you, it's pathetic. Whoever's putting in fake stats needs a life. You got to be kidding me. And you don't trust your
This
own
is
skill
their
and
life,
coaching
though.
abilities.
VG, this is their life.
Yeah, well, that's
This
what
is
I'm saying. They need
do.
your life is Little League baseball. There's something going on. Come on, man.
Dude, it's big.
Hey,
You need some friends, or you need something.
Oh, dude, you don't
VG.
even know. There's a guy, very prominent guy in the collectibles that
Oh, I'm aware. I've heard.
that does a lot of guys. Like,
I've
you
heard.
know, he may be stretching, addresses and stuff like that. National guys. There's a circuit of kids that travel from place to place for money and plays on teams.
Oh, whoa. Well, if we were to talk about that, VG, this story is incredible. I'm going to Cooperstown again, but a couple years ago in Cooperstown, my 12-year-old, who's 14 at the time, we had a team there, right? 88 teams. In the championship game, you could carry 15 kids. They only had 12. Flexibility. In the championship game, this team played like a top 5 team. They flew in a kid from Miami. The night before he was added to the roster, he's basically known as a mercenary, a perfect game mercenary. He went to 5 tournaments in 5 weeks to pitch the championship game to win that Cooperstown event. He came in from
What are we
Miami, they
doing?
flew him in, and he pitched 5 innings and was incredible. At pitching from 50, and he was throwing like 75. Yeah, what are we doing? This is the day and age of now. Oh my goodness, that kid's probably at 15 getting an NIL deal. Like this is
How do we-
the process.
How are there not rules, though, that if you're playing in the playoffs, this kid's got to be on your roster and played at least so many games? How is that not?
Do you know when Cooperstown, when Bryce Harper was a kid?
Oh, yeah.
The legend in Cooperstown was he stayed for 5 straight weeks,
Yeah.
joining other teams,
Yeah.
because he was that much of a monster at the plate.
Yeah. Did you see this team? That was
I did. I saw this team. The team last week, the Cooperstown team that
Yes.
hit 127 or 128 home runs in
Yes.
11 games. It was
it's unbelievable. They're
Yeah, it
48
was
now,
insane.
like for the year. Something
They went
ridiculous.
11-0. That team, that Cooperstown team, is insane. Like what they did. They had one kid batting 734 with I think 18 home runs.
Yes. The kid, Kev, how about it? They were beating teams 48-3, 37-2, like
Yes.
crazy numbers, like football, like it was unbelievable.
Crazy numbers. And VG, it happens everywhere. My one son was at a Mohegan Sun basketball tournament, 200 teams. On one of the courts, one of the teams won 109-3 in basketball in the opening game. 109-3.
Yeah,
Full court pressing.
Right. Like, what are we doing?
Well, I mean,
What are
you
we
guys,
doing?
a few things about sports can physically depress me, but children's youth sports being dominated by rich people or people with access to resources is ridiculous.
Yeah.
There needs to be
I would
some
also
kind
say,
of.
it's not just rich people though. It is adults reliving their youth.
Sure.
Or
But you got to have the
settling a
resources to pay
score.
this kid to fly in and pitch and stick around. You got to be able to pay that. Kids from
That-
Kensington
that-
are never
that's
going to be able to
fair.
compete.
That's fair. But in certain tournaments that I've seen where I'm like, this coach is running up the score because he's got an issue with the other coach, and it has nothing to do with the kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's exactly right.
So people are blaming Bryce not being elite on him being worn out. Cooperstown.
I couldn't believe that 2 years ago.
Burn out by 17.
He was. Kev's right. He was this amazing phenom that would
Prodigy.
travel the country, look as a mercenary.
Yes.
Jeez,
Yes.
oh, man.
It's wild. The whole thing's wild.
It's wild.
Last thing, you got World Cup fever?
What? He's too busy. He's too busy with pitch Tom.
It's all right.
Man,
Like,
you're priceless. Never.
I'm not a soccer guy. I'll watch the Messis of the world, and you say, "Holy crap, he's brilliant!"
Right.
Mbappe, Lamal.
Yeah.
Why is this guy so good? Oh shoot, I now know why he's good. I'm curious about that stuff.
Right.
But I'm
you're
not
a sportsman at heart. You're a sportsman.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be the one to be like, "Oh shoot, England! Oh my God, it was 2-2 against Croatia. Croatia held their own." And hey, how about Harry Kane? He was, and then the second half they were up. I'm not going to, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put the College World Series on. I'm going to watch Oklahoma, which struggled the entire year in the SEC and now is knocking at the door, and how they freaking handled Georgia so well. And the two brothers in the Oklahoma storyline, Carolina's never won. I'm going to watch that. I'm intrigued more like that. And I also am not going to be one of those fake guys where it's like all of a sudden, like, oh my God, what are we going to do? Pulisic and his calf. I'm not going to lose my mind. I'll follow it. But I'm not going to lose my mind.
I love you. You're the greatest, cuz. You're the greatest. You're the greatest, brother. We love you, buddy.
Take care.
See you, pal. The great Kevin Nagandi. Yeah, dude, that's a real...
It's a sickness.
It's very real.
Yeah,
I didn't know about
depressing.
the manipulation. I wonder if Coach Jim knew that. Of manipulating these stats. Yeah,
that says, I don't believe that if you have accurate information, I can beat you. So I need to cheat. I need to give you fraudulent information. I didn't mislead you,
right?
Because I don't feel confident.
You know what it is? It always goes around. It always goes back to one thing: pitching, and it goes back to one aspect of pitching: the fastball. Right? It's not about, especially once you get to the big field, but the little field's different because, kids. When you're in the little field and you're throwing gas like that, the amount's 50 feet. Like that ball's on you, right? Like it's on you in a big way. But everything at that age is all about pitching and the fastball because your better players can all hit the fastball. But what they struggle with is the slop. It's almost a mini version of big
Phillies,
league baseball, right? Like of what it's about. Like, dude, was it last week our tournament? Like we played our 5 games in our tournament and all, and then one of the games, Moss was really frustrated. I go, dude, and it was funny because he comes back in, we're talking, he goes, this bleepity bleep is not giving me a fastball. I said, well, dude, he's afraid of you. He's not going to give you a fastball. He's going to pitch you and not give you. Why would I give you if I'm him? Why am I going to give you a fastball? So you can't look fastball. He goes, well, then what if he does throw me a fastball? I said, well, he's not going to blow by you. You're quick enough with your bat to make an adjustment with your swing. So you got to look all speed. Sure enough, the next play, he hit it hard. It wound up being out, but hit it hard. But like, that's where the game is. Like, these kids are. You're thinking at 13.
No, I get that. It's the cheating.
No. You're right.
Stuff.
You're completely right.
Hiring mercenaries. I mean, it's okay if a team loses. It's about development and the players getting better. Like, we don't have to win at all costs. With youth baseball.
Listen, I feel
basketball.
Dude, I feel you. I do. It's ridiculous. It is. It's completely ridiculous.
We got Dominican kids who can't afford new cleats every 7 years. They're developing the best players in the world, and they're not up here doing.
Well, now there's academies. Now it's a little different. Now these kids are found and they're given. Now again, they're all like they go to these academies and it's your way out. But
sure. Then there's shysters down there to get the kids and then get percentage of their lifetime earnings and stuff.
That's very
ridiculous.
Real. It's horrible.
This money's a problem.
It is. It is. You're right. All right, let's take a quick TO. Come back. We'll talk about our Philly pitch segments coming up. So you got to think about you and Tooch are betting. And I want to talk to the bro a minute about a little Andrew Painter. Can we move that to the Love Philly hour after Jay? The Philly pitch? Okay. All right. You're the boss. Jules rules. Bro has a meeting. Oh,
he's got tons of meetings.
Mr. Meeting. All right, let's take quick. Let's take quick TO. Talk about our friends. Let's talk about the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app. Yes, it's soccer heaven going on right now with the app. New customers get 500 spins on the soccer-themed slot game. Goal, collect them. Plus $500 casino bonus back in the first 24 hours. But listen, like tomorrow's a big day. We're going to be at Parks from 10 to 1. By the way, the show tomorrow, 10 to 1, not 9 to 12. We go 10 to 1 tomorrow from Parks to celebrate Team USA and USA Australia tomorrow. And all Soccerpalooza at Parks. BetParks.com has all the details. You got to be 21. You got to be in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER, the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app. Let's talk about Dick's Sporting Goods. That's right. From the soccer tournament down in South Philadelphia to the baseball games that we just talked about with Kevin, let me tell you, summer sports officially in full swing with Dick's Sporting Goods. So whether you're getting ready to cheer on your favorite team or getting the kids all geared up to hit the field, Dick's Sporting Goods, your one-stop shop for everything you need this season. Jerseys and fan gear to rep the squads, all the equipment, right? Like you're going to need new bat gloves. Oh, yes. I know my guys already went through 3 pair. Bats, balls, everything you need for whatever sport you're playing. Soccer, baseball, and then we got football on the horizon. Listen, you could shop anytime at Dicks.com or just stop at one of your local Dick's Sporting Goods stores in the area. I'm always there. My go to Deptford or Cherry Hill is where I usually go. Before the next big game, whether you're heading to the stadium or just out in the back fields with the guys, make your first stop Dick's Sporting Goods because summer sports start here. Hello, bro.
What up?
We're going to do our, because you're in, we're going to do our PHLY pitch, courtesy of Dick's Sporting Goods.
I love Dick's Sporting Goods. Sometimes if I have time to kill, I'll just go walk around the aisles. And
I do. I love it. I'm the same way. I'm anti-shopping unless it's Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is.
Yeah.
All right. You want to do we'll do the pitch now? All right. Well, let's do the Phillies first, then we'll do the pitch real quick.
Ugh.
So, all right, Mr. Phillies beat. Painter down 2 hours after the game. He is sent down, which it had to happen.
Had to happen.
Yeah.
His comments a little concerning. That he seems lost. Like he's like, I don't have a fastball right now.
No, 11 pitches, none of them were fastballs.
Yeah, that's a major problem. Tommy John robbed him of something. Something's going on, whether it's between the ears or his physicality, I don't know, but it's concerning. It's not unfixable, but you can't keep him up here. Just getting battered. It's bad.
No matter who they bring up's going to get battered, but
the options are not
can't
great.
have his confidence getting destroyed.
No.
You can't have someone else's confidence.
I mean, here's the problem. The problem is, again, if you don't throw your fastball,
You're cooked.
You have
no
no
shot.
chance.
No shot.
first 11 pitches, not a fastball in there.
Yeah, he shook between the ears. You had to get him out of there.
And you see when he throws it, it goes a long way. It's weird because Tommy John, a lot of guys
Come back throwing harder.
Right. And, you talk to physicians, it really is a fallacy that you throw harder. It's just you're healthy, so you throw what you normally should be able to throw, right? But
he's got no movement, no tail, nothing.
He's not back to where he once was.
Not even close.
He was at 99. Forget about the movement. He's not even can't get up to where it was.
Yeah. And it's unfortunate the Phillies have nothing because he really didn't earn the job. He was given the job because they were kind of desperate.
Yeah,
they needed a fifth starter.
Well, but we were expecting him last year, so it's not about giving him the job. Like you needed him. Like that was
you got nobody.
You were there. Like that's what he was in your plan.
I'm expecting an email to hit the inbox like in the next hour or two. That's either Alan Ronhell or Bryce Wilson.
Yeah.
That's
Wilson.
He's like a 31-year-old junk baller who just exercised his upward mobility clause. So they either have to call him up to the 40-man or he can go to another team.
Yeah, he's a gas. You just pour the gasoline.
And you're gonna hate Ron Hell. He tops out at like 93. He's a junk baller, 28 years old.
No, I know.
They got nothing. They got nothing.
No, and that's the problem is that with Nola as your 4 now. That's scary, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the other option, they're going to do one of Ron Hell or Wilson, but the other option would be go bullpen but then you're taxing the bullpen. You could call up Seth Johnson.
And Keller just went on.
Keller's on the IL. Seth Johnson's killing it down there this year. I mean, maybe you could give him another look, but it's bad. They're going to have to trade for somebody.
Yeah, a junk arm.
Yeah.
Just someone who
enjoy.
This is like a Lorenzen. We need a Lorenzen arm or something.
Yeah, basically.
Oh God!
You want to run back the Vans guy?
Like that's
you could probably get him.
That's a real problem. And you need a bat, and you probably need a bullpen arm because Keller's not working.
By the way, you need 2 bats.
Well, you're gonna have to depart with Gage Wood if you're going for it this year.
Yeah,
it's a problem.
And here's the issue is. You almost have no choice to go for it because
you have to.
What's the sport's going to shut down?
Schwarber and Harper and Wheeler. Who knows if we see Wheeler after a lockout?
Right. No, it's scary.
And they have 2 top 100 prospects, and one of them has possibly a debilitating back injury, and the other one was your first round pick last year. That's not good. No. And now all of a sudden, Edgar Renteria, the 17-year-old kid.
Oh man, I get highlights every day. He's a beast.
But some people have him as number 3 in the system already.
He is
17 years old.
That shows you how bad that system. That's why. Here's the thing. I don't think you can get Buxton.
You would have to do Crawford, Wood, and hope they like.
Why do I want Justin Crawford?
You'd have to like his profile and what he brings. Like, it's not about what he's done this year in the bigs. You'd have to like his scouting.
What is it?
Yeah.
A slap hitter?
Yeah.
I think they'd be more interested in Dante Nori at this point.
Maybe.
Crawford.
I mean, you can't really guard your prospects right now because who works out for you? What are you protecting?
Well, right. But you're again, I
sure, Nori. I know. I wouldn't love Crawford.
Minnesota, I go, I don't want that.
The only reason the Phillies would throw him in.
And even Gage Wood, I love what he possibly could be. But
it's a start.
That's all they got.
I look at his arm. I go, yeah. Listen,
Tommy John bound.
I'm going to call the Braves. I'm going to call the Padres. I'm going to call the Dodgers. I mean, that's the problem. They don't have.
They got nothing.
Yeah.
And 2-3 years ago, Preston Mattingly, Sam Fold, Dombrowski. I was like, all right, they finally recouped the system a little bit because we had Painter and Crawford. Yeah. You kind of believed in them, and Aiden Miller didn't have the back problems yet.
Yeah.
And now it's all going to hell in a handbasket.
Yes, buddy.
Quick.
Yeah. Quick. It's not great. Not great.
I'm going down tonight. I'm so excited.
You'd rather watch soccer.
I would rather watch soccer tonight. It's a little humid out.
I think we got Mexico tonight.
Oh, yeah?
So, all right, dude, let's go. Our PHLY pitch brought to us by our friends at Dick's Sporting Goods. Let's chop it up. Here we go. Yesterday, of course, the big match was England.
Yeah. I had Skylar's birthday party at the pool. Luckily, the pool had the game on in the veranda, but I had like 20 kids running around the pool and dishing out pizzas.
Did you get how many pizzas did you go with? 5?
I think we went 6 last minute, and it was like the perfect amount.
Yeah, because you had to have a couple slices.
Yeah, because all the parents ended up hanging. I only had half a slice.
What? You only had half a slice?
I had to wait for everybody to eat, and that was all that was left at the end.
Oh, man.
So
What'd you do?
I had some leftover rice when I got home, real sad out of the fridge.
Oh, man. That's how it is with the dads. Always sacrifice.
Always.
But the pool had the game on, and there was
I'll eat your crust.
You would have loved it. There was like probably 12 to 15 like teenage boys, all chairs pulled up in front of the TV, screaming and going nuts about the PK and stuff. It was cool.
Yeah, that's good stuff. It really is. It really is. All right, here we have it. VG,
Okay, so we have our responses.
Ooh, if Julia can narrate that,
Yeah.
I can't see that.
Okay, so first one is Switzerland and versus Bosnia. They
Bosnia
play
and
today.
Switzerland?
That's a 50-50.
Bosnia.
Says these are the results of our.
Herzegovina.
See, I don't know. I lean Switzerland here. Bosnia is scrappy. They're tough. They give you a good fight, but I think the Swiss.
I feel like the Swiss always show up a little bit in the World Cup too.
Well, Swiss is a huge favorite.
Yeah. How big?
Minus 180.
Spicy.
Yeah.
I mean, Bosnia's plus 500.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't think Bosnia wins this.
And the
that's what I'm
draw's
saying.
plus
We got
310.
50% here.
I'm on that draw. Plus three.
I don't know.
3 to 1.
I go Swiss. I go Swiss and over 2.5 goals in this one.
All right, Czechia versus South Africa.
South Africa looked terrible last game.
Yeah,
I can't see how's the staff split on this.
Wait,
one.
so the next one we have. I don't have the South Africa one. The next one I have is
Canada.
Oh, man. Staff is just split 50-50 across the board.
Canada and Cater. What?
Canada minus a goal and a half. Here.
Canada's minus 340.
Yeah,
Well, how
Canada
would that
minus a
be
goal
half?
and a half.
Canada might win like 4-0.
Yeah,
I think I voted Canada here.
These
Cutter people don't know what they're doing.
here.
okay.
Who's voting here?
Who's betting Cutter? We need names.
We got Mexico. I can find out. I can find out the names.
Flyers guys.
Mexico and South Korea.
And in Mexico and South Korea.
That's good. That's a good game.
South Korea can score.
Yeah, they can.
I'm going anti the staff. I'm going South Korea in this.
Yeah?
Are you?
I am. I'm going South
I'm
Korea.
going Mexico.
I'll go our partners south of us. I'll go with Mexico, too.
You're going South Korea?
I feel
You're
I got
partial
good
to the
vibe with the
Asian
Asians
countries.
this World
You
Cup.
love the Asians.
I think this is a
You're
good
a man
World
of
Cup
the
for the Asians.
You're an Asian guy.
I like the style they play.
No, yeah.
One of my best friends is South Korean. I should probably pull for them, but I'll go Mexico.
Yeah. I think Mexico.
This should be like both teams to score is
Sure.
probably the bet here.
Yeah, they're going to both. I think this could be a 3-2.
Yeah.
2-2.
A little overpiece?
Yeah.
Smart bet is just both teams to score. That's
Yeah.
He knows. He's been killing it.
Yeah? Both teams to score bets?
Him and Toots.
I would do it. Me and Toots.
Burying it.
Corners and
I don't know.
We
what they
mix
do.
a little of everything in.
play a lot of draws.
Sometimes we get the
every
draws.
match, they're going back and forth. I'm like, why am I on this thread?
Dude, the last 2 days were like
I'm not-
10-2.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
we're
awesome.
crushing it. Like,
Toots right to wake up for a victory. I was like what is he talking about? Cashing tickets when you're sleeping. He
yeah,
said.
that's what I did the night before.
It's always fun to wake up to a win.
Do last ad break, and then we'll get the rest of the games for Friday and Saturday's games.
We don't need to do that. Yeah, right now.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just this is today. We'll do tomorrow. We'll do it like that.
Okay.
All right.
Toots
Because
at 7.
coming up we have Jay Wright.
Oh!
I'm
I'm getting texted pictures of the parade. All my buddies are up there right now. It's awful.
Yeah.
I'm sure Jay's like swelling with pride.
He should be.
Yeah.
They're
So it's cool for
those
Jay.
players were instilled. They had it in them. Jay's
Yeah.
the one who instilled it in them.
Yeah.
It was incredible. All right, let's take care of some business. Let's talk about TrueMark Credit Union. You know what I like? Something that actually rewards the way you spend money. You know, I hate spending money, and that's all we're doing. It's exactly what you get with the Everyday Elite Visa credit card from TrueMark Credit Union. We're talking about the 4% cash back on eligible everyday purchases, like gas, food, and groceries, like Kronos, going to the supermarket, what you spend.
Oh.
It's unbelievable. For kids,
Ugh.
it's horrible. Listen, for a limited time, new cardholders getting 0% introductory APR purchases for the first 12 months, then 17.99% APR. After that, more cash back, less cash. Apply today, TrueMark.com, or stop by any of the TrueMark Union's 24 branch locations. Rates based on creditworthiness, 4% cash back on eligible purchases. Bonus categories capped annually. Restrictions apply. Visit TrueMark.com for details. Insured by the NCUA.
Let's talk about Ace Hardware Home Services. They're so important this time of year. Heat and humidity sneaking in. The AC might not be cranking like it should. And the temperatures are changing. It's getting warmer, so don't worry. If you got issues, Ace Hardware Home Services, they got you covered. From AC repairs to water heaters, plumbing, electrical, they're trusted pros that bring the same helpful service you know from the Ace stores right to your home, right to your front door, from Philly to the Jersey Shore. And it's important. They got the right people. They bring the right tools, the right know-how. They got everything you need. So whether it's a quick fix or a big summer project, they've got all the tools. They've got the know-how. Then the people to get the job done right. You see their trucks all around town. All your neighbors are using them. Ace Hardware Home Services, they're bringing the helpful to your home. It's that helpful you love from the store right to your home. So visit acehardwarehomeservices.com today to get started on your next home repair project.
All right, welcome back. All right, I'm excited. I love Jay Wright's one of my favorite people I've ever covered in sports, ever got to know. I've got to know a ton of people, very fortunate and blessed. One of the greatest people ever is Jay. I adore him. One of the greatest coaches, and as great a coach as he is, and I think he's a Hall of Fame coach, he's just a better person. Amazing. So looking forward to, I want to give him his flowers, man. Those kids and watching what the Knicks did, buoyed by his players, it's because of him, man. And he's not going to say that, but I know it. He instilled that. Those guys, it's why they love him. It's why he was there. So Jay's coming up. Our Love Philly Hour is coming up right now. Philadelphia doesn't pretend. Philadelphia is. It's not just the title of Philly. It's a feeling. It's a heartbeat. A city that never asked for permission to be itself. That's us, right? That's our personality. Philadelphia doesn't pretend. Philadelphia is. And now in 2026, the world comes back to Philadelphia. Not just to remember, but to celebrate. The show isn't just about what's happening. It's about who we are while it's happening. Because Philadelphia isn't a backdrop. It's a character. It's the voice that tells it like it is. The guy at the end of the bar who doesn't sugarcoat a thing. It's the family that's been on the same block for generations. It's the artist, the athlete, the builder, the believer. It's the lifer, the dreamers, the grinders. It's all of us. And that's what Love Philly's about. We're going to sit with people that make this place go. The ones who built it, the ones carrying it, the ones pushing it forward, the legends who left their mark. Not just the championships, not just the headlines, but the moments in between. The way the city shows up for itself, the way it refuses to be anything other than real. And through it all, we're going to remind ourselves and show the world what Philadelphia is. It's not just a stereotype. It's not a punchline. It's a foundation. It's a force. It's a city that gave birth to a nation and never stopped building. So as the country turns 250 and the spotlight finds Philadelphia again, this is our moment to tell the story the right way. Not polished, not filtered, real, authentic, proud. Because this city just doesn't rise to the occasion. It defines it. This is Love Philly. Wawa loves Philly. We love Wawa. Philly loves Wawa. Wawa brings us our Love Philly hour. And let me tell you something. Speaking of Love Philly, I love our next guest. He is, you want to talk about one of our people, and we like to highlight our own Philadelphians as we celebrate 250 years and Philadelphia as the birthplace of our country. So we do people, places, and things. And one of the greatest people in the thing that we love the most, sports, to come through, national championship winner, one of the greatest coaches of all time in college basketball, and an even better guy. The great Jay Wright joins us. Yo, buddy!
How are you, cuz? Great to see you, man. I miss you.
Oh, I miss you, man. You look fantastic. Oh, God. Sight for sore
Retirement's
eyes.
good, man. Retirement's good.
I was watching it, and I'm watching those kids play throughout this whole playoffs. And, I mean, I just thought of you the whole time. I thought of you because of their work ethic, like the perfect role players, winners, Jalen Brunson. And I just think about those practices. And obviously they had it in them, but you shaped them and you helped bring it out of them. What was that like during that whole journey?
It was definitely the experience of a proud papa, man. They're like your kids. Like every coach will tell you that, and you're watching them, and they've flown the coop. They're out of the house. They're out on their own, and they're conducting themselves at such an elite level and with great character and competitiveness and mental toughness and and they're doing it on their own, so you're just sitting back and enjoying it. I watched every game. It was a killer when they played the Sixers, man. I went to the mattresses, man. I didn't talk to anybody. That's why I got to do all these. Everyone's saying to me, wow, you're on the interview circuit, man. You're on everywhere. It's because, as you know, Ant, all my buddies like you were texting me during the playoffs saying, hey, will you come on and do this? And at this time, I was texting with the guys. Like, I don't talk to them about basketball. They know what they're doing. Mike Brown's got them. We always talk about the mental aspect of it. And we were saying, early in the playoffs, they were already talking in New York about first championship in 53 years, and we were talking about how do you just block that out and stay committed to the next game and not getting caught up and all that. So I'm thinking, if we're talking about this and then they're watching me do interviews, then I'm a fraud. So I would, like I told you, I was like, I'm not going to do any media during the playoffs, but when it's over, if it's still relevant, we'll do it. Not thinking they would win it. And now I owe everybody. Now I'm trying to fit all this in. I look like I'm riding the coattails, but I promise you, man. So I got to do it.
You do. You gotta, because listen, you had such an impact on their lives. I mean, yes, they're men and they're great basketball, and like you said, they have their basketball. They have that down, but like they're still you still matter. It's why you brought the father analogy to it. That love and support never goes away. Like that's undying. That's something that will always be. And in that spot, like the Knicks to New York is the Eagles to Philadelphia, right?
Definitely.
Like it's the same thing. Like that enormous pressure to win, to break the streak, the curse, whatever it is.
Now you know what? That's a great analogy, and it's hard. I've been doing a lot of national shows. It's kind of hard to explain that to people because they don't understand what the Eagles are to Philly. But in New York, as you know, in every sport you got two teams, and they're split. But the Nets were in New Jersey, and it's just the Knicks are the only team that Jets fans, Giants fans are Knicks fans.
Yeah.
Mets fans, Yankee fans are Knicks fans. And it's just, and we all know in Philly, the Eagles are just a part of it. It's almost part of our religion. Like we all grew up going to church on Sunday and then watching the Eagles and talking about it all day. So it is very, very similar. And to your point about these guys grooming these guys, all three of them have incredible parents that always raised them and taught them when they were struggling in sports. They would always say to them, listen to the coach. What does the coach say? Which sounds very simple, but that does not happen anymore with elite athletes in our world. They're so unique in that way because of their parents. And that's what enabled us to develop the relationship with them, because their parents would basically say to you, and still do, like, we handed them over to you. Now we're going to support you. You take care of them. And that was the relationship. And they knew it. The parents knew it. We knew it. And it was a great responsibility. So, you know, we talked to all their parents to this day, and we're kind of joining with them and sitting back and just enjoying watching these guys as grown men take all their lessons and then take it to a completely different level that no one ever believed they could accomplish.
You know, and you're right. It's not like that today. And it's almost sad because of what the college experience for the elite athletes become, which is you're in the portal every year and it's this free agency all the time. So you don't get to cement a relationship. I don't care if it's for, 2 years or 3 years, but if you get a guy like, Jalen or Mikal or Josh, and they get to see Coach Wright, in consecutive years, 3 years, if they're lucky, they have an experience, they have a trust. There's something, and you don't have that now.
Anthony, it's so different now. And I'm not saying it's bad. It's just different. It's professional sports now. But in our era, we literally would recruit those guys for 2 and 3 years. So you knew them from the time they were 15. So you'd go through their high school careers with them and know their families, and you'd go through ups and downs with them during their high school careers. They would commit to you early in their senior year. So you'd really, that whole senior year, you'd be with them. Then all of 3 of those guys stayed for 4 years at Villanova. Jalen only 3 because he graduated in 3 years. But so that's another 3-4 years. So that's like 6-7 years of a relationship that you don't get anymore, because the recruiting now, you go in at the end of their senior year and you sit down and negotiate a contract. That's what you do now. So you don't start that relationship as early as we used to. And then they come play for you, and at the end of 1 year, you sit down and negotiate a contract again. It's not anybody's fault, but they just don't get. Those guys were all together. Those guys were with coaches. They were with a family, a Villanova community for literally 5 to 6 years. And that's why it's such a big part of who they are. If anybody stayed someone for 5 or 6 years, that would be a big part of, and you're only 25, 26.
Right.
That would be a big part of your life.
Yeah. And listen, like you said, this is just how it turned out, right? Like, this is how it evolved. The sad part about it is that something that is so important in a kid's life, you're taken away. It's great they're getting paid, and it's great there's a lot of stuff. But, like, there's something to be said about having an experience and being able to build and find your place. Like, like we talk about the Villanova Knicks because they found their place.
100%. And it's what Leon Rose, who by the way is a Philly guy.
Yep.
Great Temple influence, John Chaney influence. Rick Brunson playing for Temple was his first client as an agent. But it's what he looked for in all these players he brought in. Even though Karl Anthony Towns only went to college for 1 year, Anunoby for 1 year, maybe 2, but they all have the same backgrounds. Karl Anthony Towns' dad's a high school coach. They all could be stars anywhere else in the NBA and be the highest paid guy and the go-to guy, but they would rather be a part of a winner and give of themselves. There's different times in the NBA playoffs that they were each the leading scorers.
Yeah.
But they would come back the next game and defend and rebound and then acquiesce to another one of their teammates who became the leading scorer. Josh Hart was leading scorer in one of the games. He had 26. They all would do that for each other, and that's what's really unique about what Leon Rose went out and did. And he brought in talented guys that would understand that.
Mikal goes from he led the team in scoring, and then the next game, I think he had like 2 shots. Like great defense. Like there's a certain mentality, a winning mentality, a buy-in that you go from scoring 24 to taking 2 shots the next game.
Definitely, and there's a self-confidence and an understanding of who you are and your character. When that's happening, you have a good game scoring wise, and then the next game you're defending, you're rebounding, you're guarding the best player, you're cutting off the ball to make openings for others, you're screening, and the media is killing you saying the 5 picks weren't worth it. We need more out of him, and still doing your job and not trying to prove them wrong. There's a intelligence to that Mikal brought to that team that was so valuable. He was the leading scorer for the Brooklyn Nets before they got him, and he wanted to give that up to go be a part of a winner.
Says that. It says about your character. I got to ask you about the evolution of Jalen Brunson, who has become not just a prolific scorer, but the ultimate money player. I mean, there's Wemby, like the shots over Wemby, the strength in which he plays at the guard position is mind-boggling. And the money time, the corner threes, like I marvel. I mean, we knew he was a good ball player, but he's become the elite finisher in the entire league.
And I can't tell you anything more than I'm still in amazement. You look at what the Spurs did to OKC, who's a great team. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, MVP of the league. Same type of mentality as Jalen. High character, unselfish, intelligent, talented. They shut them down. That's the best defensive team in the NBA. They've got length and athleticism on the perimeter. They got Wembanyama behind them protecting the rim. So, and they got a great coaching staff, great culture. So that team in game 5 at home with the crowd behind them, main goal and mindset and strategy was to shut down Jalen Brunson. And he scored 45 with them trying to do that. I can't wait to talk to him about that this summer. It blows my mind. I mean, that's Michael Jordan type stuff.
Yes.
If an NBA team decides, all right, our game plan is to shut down this guy and make other people beat us, they can do it. They can do it to anybody. But that was their game plan, and they couldn't do it to him. I'm gonna rewatch. I'm gonna get one of my guys to break down all of his shots, makes and misses, and just look at what they did, how he figured it out. But I do know him after one of the losses in the playoffs. He texted me, "I sucked. I got to figure this out."
Wow.
I sucked. I got to figure this out. I will. And that was I know him in his mindset. He's thinking like, you're playing against Wembanyama. All right, there's a lot of great teams that defended me. But even after I beat the initial line, you got him in the back, not just protecting the rim, but whatever pass you make, he's so long, he gets a piece of it. And that was his goal, is just how to figure that out. And man, he did.
I mean, the Castle, Dylan Harper's a hell of a player, man. They're long, strong guards. When you got long length and strong guards, I mean,
and athleticism.
Oh, I can't believe it. And even in the game,
then Wembanyama standing behind him.
That's right. The ultimate rim protector. It's ridiculous. And Jay, the thing that's so you marvel about is during the comeback, he never stops playing. Like, he doesn't stop. Like, they're down 29 points. They're down, and he just is relentless. Like, there's no give up in him. And that's got to come from him and it's got to come from what you did with him.
He came to us that way. His dad, Rick, instilled that in him. He had a great high school coach, but we kind of put a terminology to it because he understood it completely coming in. It was a big part of our program. It's part of why he came, and we have a way of explaining it, measuring it, and constantly evaluating it. And in his mind, just to accentuate the point you just make about never giving up when he's down. In game 3, they were down double digits again, same way. And he just kept coming. They almost had a chance to win game 3.
Yes.
They were out of that game right to the end where they had a shot to win it. And that's his relentless mindset, is like, he's not going to judge himself by whether he won or lost the game. He's going to judge himself whether he never relented until the last second, regardless of the score.
That's wow. That's amazing. I know you got to run.
Incredible mindset.
It's got to ask you, could you see yourself coaching today in this environment?
Yeah, like I would love to coach a team like the Knicks. Because of, I mean, you could go through each one of those guys, and Leon Rose's plan was to get, this is really simplifying it, but to basically get guys that are coachable that will play as a team to win. Again, sounds simple,
right?
But it's the same concept that I gave you about parents telling their players, listen to the coach. It sounds simple, but in today's world with social media and elevating your own personal brand, agents talking to you about how much money you can make, and additional monies and marketing you can do. All of that is good stuff, but all of that takes away from being a part of a team and making a team win. And Leon Rose went out and found guys that would be willing to accept that and were intelligent enough to understand that that actually is going to get them where they want to go. So if you got with a group like that, I'd love to coach them. I just don't want to coach anymore. I like being a fan. I like still being able to go to Eagles games and Phillies games and Flyers. I never got to do that when I was coaching, so I'm loving doing that.
Yeah, you know, that answer makes perfect sense. I understand it. I remember bugging you a million times, like while you were still like, would you go to the NBA? Well, no, you know, this and this. We talk all about this stuff, but it's really all it is the environment. If you had attentive group of guys, kids, whatever, that want to get better and want to win and do it, then you're like this. I sign up for it because they're going to respond to you. That was your greatest gift as a guy that knew X's and O's, but was an incredible teacher and were able to get the best out of individuals and then make them a collection.
You're right. There was a lot of guys better than us, X's and O's, a lot of guys. What I think as I look back on it, we were very fortunate in doing was, again, it sounds simple, but just getting guys that would allow you to coach them so that they would get better and build a type of mindset that they would play for the team first and be smart enough to understand, if I played for the team first, I'm going to get all the individual accolades I want in the end. That's just not a normal mindset anymore. And we were very blessed to have guys that accepted that. And it's exactly what Leon Rose has done at the NBA level, which is even harder. But all those guys, I mean, look, Mitchell Robinson comes off the bench, plays like 12, 15 minutes a game, but gives you everything he's got and doesn't need to shoot the ball. If they start fouling him and you take him out, he doesn't get mad. He comes out of the game, gets that huge offensive rebound at the end of game 5 on the foul line. I mean, they're all, Landry Shamet does it.
Yeah.
You just look at that team and they've got all those kind of guys, and it's hard to find those guys in the NBA.
Hey, last thing, and I'll let you go. I appreciate it, brother. So with Philadelphia celebrating 250 years, and sports being such a big part of us, I want you to take the 4 teams, since you're a fan now, and just the one thing you love about each of the teams. All right. So I'll start with Sixers. What's the one, like a thing that you love about the Sixers?
I still love the fact that they're close to being a Knicks kind of team, how much the city loves them. I still love how we all take pride in the tradition, going back to Hal Greer and those days, and Wilt Chamberlain and Allen Iverson and Bobby Jones and Moses Malone. I just love how Philadelphia cherishes the history of that organization. Like, we still put ourselves up against the Lakers, the Celtics, anybody historically, even though we get criticized for that, but we do.
Yeah.
And we take pride in that.
What do you love about the Flyers?
Well, I was in 7th and 8th grade when they won their Stanley Cup. So I was at the parade, hanging off buses, climbing trees. Like, that's my memories. Like Schultze, Dornhofer, Bobby Clark, Selesky, Bernie Perrant, all those guys, Jimmy Kelly, Watson brothers. That's so much a part of me. So I was trying to explain to my kids who are in their 20s now, but they're Flyers fans and going through this year, like, guys, we used to do this every year, man.
Yeah.
It used to, like, a regular season we wouldn't miss a regular season Flyers game. This is what it's supposed to be like in Philly. And again, that history of the Flyers is what I love.
Your beloved Phillies.
Just memories of Connie Mack Stadium and Tony Taylor and Bobby Wine, Clay Darrell, Johnny Callison, my dad taking me down to Connie Mack and parking the car, paying a guy $5 to watch it. And I think the Eagles do this too, but I love how the Phillies, I guess the teams are doing it, but I think the Phillies just do a great job of bringing back their guys, keeping the guys connected to the city, keeping them in the media, keeping them, I just like having Schmitty come on Sundays and stuff. I just love the family atmosphere of the Phillies. And I think we got one of the best ballparks in the world. Watching a game at Citizens Bank is one of the best experiences in sports.
It really is. EAGLES.
That's just religion, man. Like, when, you didn't know any better as a kid. Like, we went to church, and then what we did on Sunday was just based on what time the Eagles game was. Like, and everybody would come over to the house, and you'd eat. If it was a 1 o'clock game, you'd eat after the game. If it was a 4 o'clock game, because back then it was either 1 or 4.
Right.
And it was mostly 1. And you'd eat before if it was a 4 o'clock game, and then you'd just sit around and talk about it all day. I remember my uncle bringing over a case of beer, my Uncle Bob, for himself, like on Sundays. And as a kid, you don't know any different. So I understood when they won that first Super Bowl, all of us, again, it truly was a religious experience for all of us that grew up in this city. How much our fall as Philadelphians revolves around. I already have the schedule in my phone already for every game this season coming up. Just how much our lives in the fall revolve around the Eagles. I just love it.
That's so well put.
They have the best. I also think they have incredible ownership. I think Jeffrey Lurie, how he invests that team in our community and what the Eagles do in our community, and the connection is just awesome.
It really is. Autism, what they do, the connection. Yeah. And Jeffrey moved down. He said, if I'm going to own it, I want to live in the city with a team and he proved true to his word and built a gold standard franchise.
Yeah, 100%. I agree 100%.
You have World Cup fever? I mean, how great has Philadelphia looked during this whole World Cup? It's been pretty awesome, right?
I'm going down Tuesday night and Tuesday afternoon 5, and it's so funny. Dan Hilford, he's a good friend of mine. He's like, "I'll get you in the box, watch a game." I'm like, "I really appreciate that, but I want to sit out there in this. I want to feel this. I always wanted to go over to England. My kids have done it to see a football game there. I never have done it, so I hope I get the feel here in Philly. But Philly's doing a great job, and the link looks awesome, man, for a soccer game.
It does, man. Philadelphia Stadium, baby. It's cool. It's cool, brother. Love you. You're the greatest. Always. Let's try to get a bite, man, because you're the best, brother. Love you.
All right, man. Let's hook up soon, buddy. Great to see you.
Thanks, pal. The great Jay Wright. He is he's one of a kind, man. Always makes me smile.
Jay rules.
Right?
Yep. It's hard for me to give that. I'm not a huge Nova fan, but he rules.
He does.
He's
just one of the greatest. He
rattled off like the entire Bullies roster.
Oh yeah, he's legit. Like, you want to talk about one of us who achieved?
Yeah,
that's him. That's why we do the Love Philly stuff.
Yeah, it's interesting too. Like, my dad was a huge Tony Taylor fan too. Like,
they love Tony Taylor. People loved him, man. It's cool.
Johnny Callison. I remember back in the day, we needed to rent a car. We went to an Avis on the Boulevard. Johnny Callison was up there.
Oh, really?
Renting cars and selling used Avis cars. Big deal. You know who that is? Like, no idea. Johnny Callison.
It's Johnny Callison. Oh, man, look at that. Very cool. All right. We're going to take care of some business and have some fun the rest of the show. First, a word from our friends. Talk about the BetPark Sportsbook online casino app and Parks Casino. Soccer fever, cup fever is upon us tomorrow because Team USA plays tomorrow afternoon. We will be at Parks Casino from 10 to 1. Matches at 3. We're going to be up there from 10 to 1, getting you ready for Team USA, Australia tomorrow. What are your selections?
Well, I just made my official one for the early game. Czechia and under 4.5 goals for the match, and it pays plus 106.
There you go. That's a VG special.
That's the official play.
Tooch in on that?
Tooch hit me up while you were interviewing Jay. He's on the
You
side.
two were betting soccer.
He's like, yo, but he's
like, BetPark Sportsbook online casino app. I love it. BetParks.com has all the details that's going on. Don't forget tomorrow. You got to be 21. You got to be in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Now let's talk about Xfinity and the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. What if you can have reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi and keep it the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. It's Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home work together, finds and fixes problems before you notice them. Super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. Lets you stream the game even when the whole family's online. All your devices working in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. Best part, no annual contracts, no hidden fees. Xfinity best equipment included. Take it from me. A lot changes in 5 years. All right? Championships are won, records are broken, the kids grow bigger than you. Your Wi-Fi should stay reliable, and the price should stay put. Lock in your price. Unlock the possibilities with Xfinity. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply.
They need to find a way to get Jay down with the Sixers. I know he's enjoying life right now, but he needs to be a consultant and sit in a room with anyone they're going to draft or trade for. Like, he knows guys he can foresee guys with mentality that can be winners.
You know,
that's something they've been lacking here.
You know what I would do? I would, if I were them, I would have given him a piece of the franchise.
Yes.
And I would have said, "You're the president."
I would have done that.
I mean, I know Bob Myers, he's a good basketball guy, and I
Great.
get it. But that's exactly what we have Ben coming in too, Jules. Yes. So that's why. Yeah.
But yeah, they need someone
like if I were the Sixers, I would say, Jay, listen, here's a piece of the franchise. I need you to be the president of basketball operations.
Mm-hmm.
And, tell me that's not a great gig for someone like him. That's what my buddy Boo said this a while ago, and he was so right. He said Billy Cunningham, they missed the opportunity when they should have had Billy Cunningham run the franchise. But those idiots back then, Harold Katz and all those guys that had it and just killed the franchise, didn't realize like what they had.
No. He knew basketball and he had like a gravitas or something. He had a presence.
He was Pat Riley before Pat Riley.
1,000%. Yeah. He was cool. I mean, I didn't know better. I was like 9 or 10 years old.
Yeah, he was cool. Brooklyn accent.
Accent was great.
He was the man.
Yes. Yeah.
Relatable, cool, the whole thing.
Yep.
But they should, like, it's not too late. Listen, and not that Bob Myers, but I would say
they're an organization that hasn't really done much with their history. I know it's been a bad history for a chunk, but they've had, like, when you think of the front office people they have around.
Well, not Philadelphia. It's not even.
They have, like, World Be Free. Great guy, but he's like an ambassador, just hangs out.
No, you need more of the dive into the Philadelphia basketball.
Yeah.
That's what they haven't done.
Right.
With a legacy of Big Five, like, why can't you go get Jay Wright to be, like, I don't know why. Like, I would have been like, Jay, please, we'll give you a piece of the franchise, and you're the president.
Yeah, just 3%.
Right? Like, that's what you need to be.
Yeah.
All right. Ben's going to come in a little bit to talk about, give us a U.S. Open update, because
it's already
the Open is underway.
What's he laughing about?
He giggles. He giggles. I just said Ben's coming up. He laughed.
Yeah.
That weird, like,
yeah. And he acts like, you called me and I don't want to be here. He's out there pacing, waiting to come in. He's waiting to come in.
I mean,
he's loving it.
He's good at the golf.
He's loving it.
I love having him in to talk about the golf. It's fun.
Yeah.
All right. You got some nugs?
Yeah, we got some nugs.
Let's go with some nugs.
Okay.
And then we'll bring Ben in.
I want to do one nug. Fit Dad. I don't know if you're aware of what Fit Dad's got going on lately.
Dude, Fit Dad is the man.
Fit Dad's got the book out, which is hysterical. And I'm not even a dad, but if you're a dad, I would highly recommend you buy the book. But he's making the rounds. He's getting out there.
He was a Good Morning
He's
America.
On the Today Show.
Today Show.
Yeah. With Al Roker.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah. And I saw the post. I love Fit Dad, so I follow him. I saw the post of him talking about when Al Roker does a dad joke that's funnier than yours.
Yeah, he put together a little video that was funny.
Do we have it?
I just had to still because I wasn't sure if Today would let us play the Today. Let us play it.
Yeah.
But there he is with Al Roker on the set of Today's Show. You got to give some props and love to Fit Dad.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Fit Dad on the show. They're the best. He's got the bull cap on.
Right.
That's great, man.
Yeah, like,
very cool.
I couldn't believe it when I saw that. All right, let's see what we got. We got England fans. We talked about the Tartan Army. We talked about the Japanese fans cleaning up. Well, the English fans were like, hold my beer. Because they went to a pub. They cleaned up afterwards. They didn't leave their beer cans around. So here they are. You make a mess. The rumors are they drank 5,000 beers.
Oh, so don't tell when you have one video.
And there they are cleaning up after themselves. So
what?
Give it up to the Brits.
They drank 5,000 beers? By the way, let me just say.
There's I think that there's a
cult, like,
dog in there
something
a little
that they-
further down about the beers. Yeah.
Like, that's impressive. When the
Well, what's
Japanese
impressive?
cleaned up the
cleanup.
stadium,
Yes.
these guys are cleaning up the bar.
They have the
There's the respect.
yeah, because
The way you know why they're used to traveling, and it's why we need to take. Listen, we're the best, right? But we can improve,
of course.
and we need to take their attitude when they travel.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they embrace the culture
They're
wherever they're at.
They're proper guests.
They respect you, like they respect the culture, and like they're not. What was that? What did that woman do? Carving something in in Italy.
Oh yeah, we tend.
David, didn't they do something with
Someone
David?
said it.
Statue of David. They did whatever. They did
Yeah.
like when you're away, and they just acting like an idiot. Like, come on, show some respect when you're in another country for how they do things.
Yeah, just for appeal.
That's all.
Here's a
They're
Dallas
doing it for us.
Dallas TV. England fans drank more than 5,000 beers at a Dallas pub before the World Cup opener, and they
5,000.
They still have the state of mind to clean up.
Right.
Like after 5,000 beers, I don't know many people are cleaning up anything. They're like, let's go. Where we going next? Roll out and leave a mess behind.
Yeah.
I'm leaving a mess behind.
Yeah.
I mean, after 5,000 beers, yes. Normally, no.
Right.
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, my friends start rolling out. Be like, whoa. Let's get our bottles. And
I like to
put them on the bar at least,
so
it's easy for them to get rid of. Yeah, of course. Not a maniac. There's two twins from Brazil going around.
Responsible vampire.
Yeah. 2 twins going around. We might have to add this to the Love Philly because they love Philly.
I want to see this.
The Brazilians are coming.
And everybody's so kind and warm, and the vibe of the city is so amazing.
To be honest, this is the most beautiful city I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, I'm really loving this city.
The people are always happy.
And what that?
And everybody's so
kind.
Everybody's so kind.
Awesome. Right? I love that.
That's right.
You know, we get such a bad rap.
It's ridiculous to rap.
It is. We get such a bad rap. It's disgrace. Stop with these. That's what drives me nuts.
One of 2,000 things that drives you nuts. I want to talk about this. Someone ranked the tiers of NFL fans. Top tier. Diehard's the top. Become a diehard here at PHL. Why we're talking about diehards.
Hey, hit the like button, please.
They go diehards, entitled, delusional, have it rough, or non-existent.
This is right. Let me. I'm going to play this game.
All right.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So diehard.
Yep.
What's the next category?
Entitled,
right?
Delusional,
right?
Have it rough,
or
non-existent.
Okay, I like it. All right.
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 diehards.
6 diehards. All right.
See if you can.
I will say Buffalo.
Correct.
Kansas City.
Correct.
Cleveland. They probably have a good game.
No.
Had it hard.
Yes, they're in the have it rough.
Yeah. All right. I'll put that there. Pittsburgh.
Yes.
I say the Eagles. But
yes.
Okay. Good.
2 more.
Good, because I thought they would slight us, but that's it.
No.
Okay, good. All right. I will say the Broncos.
Entitled.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will say the Packers.
Entitled.
Get out. So 2 more diehards.
Both AFC.
All right. Good. All right. AFC diehards. Raiders?
Yes. Now, this last one, I got an issue with.
Not Seattle.
I don't buy this one.
Not Seattle.
Seattle is delusional. I don't know how that happens after you win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't get that. AFC, and you have a problem with it.
Yeah, I do not.
Baltimore?
No, Baltimore is.
That's always been a good, fan base.
Baltimore is entitled.
Okay. Don't tell me, because I want to. So they are. You have them as a diehard, and
I would probably put this as delusional.
Really, delusional?
Yeah.
I'll say. I mean, the Jets have to have it hard.
They're delusional. The Jets.
The Jets are delusional?
Yes.
I would think they have it hard. I don't know.
Cincinnati.
I was going to say Cincinnati. Really?
Has a diehard fan base?
Yeah, I don't see
No. I'd go Packers over that.
So would I. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have it rough. How many are in that?
6. You got
Cleveland, Arizona.
Oh, wait. Have it rough. Have it rough is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
Cleveland, yes.
Arizona's in non-existent.
Correct.
Jacksonville's in non-existent.
Correct.
Non-existent and have it rough. I'll say, and the Jets aren't in have it rough?
No.
Oh my God, Washington.
Delusional.
Okay, that's good. Non-existent Atlanta.
Have it rough.
I don't see that. I think they're a lousy NFL. I think they're lousy. I'll say Miami has it rough.
Correct.
I'll say Indianapolis is non-existent.
Have it rough.
Colts. If they were in Baltimore, Indianapolis. Come on. That's crazy. Chicago has it rough.
Chicago is delusional.
I don't see that at all. That's crazy. Non-existent. So how many of them? 5?
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 non-existents.
Wow. Tennessee.
Yep.
That whole AFC South sucks.
Pretty much.
Houston?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I could see that. Wow. Four. So what am I? Chargers.
Chargers are have it rough.
Not really.
That's what they're in. Yeah.
Rams.
Rams are non-existent.
Chargers should have it. The Chargers is the same thing. Nobody
Nobody goes to Charger game.
No. Who cares? Nobody. They don't care about the Chargers.
No.
All right. What else? Just tell me.
Non-existent. Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
New Orleans.
Well, I mean,
and the Rams.
All right. I said the Rams, right?
Yep.
Have it rough.
Have it rough is the Browns, Falcons.
Minnesota?
No, they're delusional.
Well, I don't understand the delusional.
Delusional is, I don't know what exactly it is. Delusional is the Bears, Washington, Vikings, Cowboys, Jets, Lions, Seahawks.
What was the second category?
Entitled.
I thought the Cowboys would be entitled.
I guess they're just delusional because they just stink every year. They don't do anything. And
all right, I like that.
The title is the Packers, the Patriots, the Broncos.
They're definitely Patriots, definitely entitled.
Broncos, Giants, Ravens, Niners fans. I'm okay with the Niners fans being entitled. I mean, they haven't won in how long?
I know. This is awesome. Did you see this? Speaking of Dallas, I got to find it. Meg sent this over this morning, which was incredible. How about this? I got to send it to Jules. It's from the Fox Soccer, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll liken England to the Dallas Cowboys a little bit. They won it once and have never stopped talking about it. Yo, Stan.
Sammy.
Yo, Stan.
That's perfect.
This is posted from Fox Soccer, the official account on Twitter, on X. I'll liken England. This is Schmeichel said this.
That's
the great
accurate.
German player.
Pretty accurate.
I'll liken England to the Dallas Cowboys a little bit. They've won it once and have never stopped talking about it. Yeah. Take that, buddy.
Sammy.
Love you, Sammy. Sammy's getting shrapnel today. Let's take a quick TO, come back with a U.S. Open update. All right? First, let's talk about our friends. Let's talk about Valley Forge, that feeling when you need a quick getaway. You don't feel like dealing with airports, overcomplicated travel plans. It's why Montgomery County, PA, such a great getaway spot for us. A little bit of everything: history, shopping, entertainment, outdoor adventure, great food, all just right outside the city. You can spend a day exploring Valley Forge National Historical Park, hit the shops at KOP, check out live entertainment, right? Or explore some of the quaint towns and the hidden gems throughout Montgomery County. With America celebrating 250, never been a better time to experience the history and the stories that help shape this country. Whether it's a couple's trip, family weekend, sports road trip, chance to unplug for a few days, Montgomery County makes it easy to get away without going far. Book your stay, plan your trip, your retreat today, valleyforge.org. That's valleyforge.org. Hey, from the soccer tournaments down in South Philadelphia at the complex to baseball games happening right in your own neighborhood, There you go. Summer sports officially in full swing across Philadelphia with Dick's Sporting Goods. So whether you're getting ready to cheer on your favorite team, getting the kids geared up to hit the field, Dick's Sporting Goods, your one-stop shop for everything you need this season. Jerseys, fan gear, rep the teams, all the equipment, gloves, cleats, bats, pads, everything you need for whatever sport you're playing. Super easy. Stop by your local Dick's Sporting Goods anywhere around the area or shop online, Dicks.com. Saturday, June 20th. That's right. Coming up this Saturday, U.S. men's national team legend Tony Meola signing autographs 3 to 4:30 at Dick's Sporting Goods in Deptford Mall. Tony Meola, 3 to 4:30 in Deptford at the Dick's Sporting Goods store. How about that? Check it out. Tony and Deptford at the Deptford Mall. Dick's Sporting Goods. Summer sports starts here. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Tony Meola.
Yeah. I was in Dick's looking for sneakers the other day. I love that store.
Hey, it's great. It's great. Ben!
He's acting like you didn't hear. I'll open it.
Do I need to? Yeah. You open it and I'll yell because I'm good at that. Ben! He just started laughing. He's got that.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a nervous laugh, nervous giggle. The lack of hustle when you need somebody in here is unbelievable.
They are not hustling. What is going on?
Like what?
Open it one more time so I can yell.
13 minutes from the end of the show. Like they can't wait. Whatever they're talking about.
Open it one more time so I can say. Thanks, Jules. Ben! Hustle! Hustle! Let me see you run. I don't care you're in a meeting. Let's go. Got 10 minutes. Yeah, I'll move over, Jules. You're the greatest. Jules rules. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
You got to bring a chair.
Let's go. You can't just be screaming in the middle. I can do whatever I want. Okay, go talk to Todd. Are we live? Yeah, talk to Todd. What? He's going to say, what are you, serious? Talk to Todd. Have Todd come in. I'll tell Todd. Give me a break. Sit down.
Get a chair.
We got a U.S. Open. You're the golf guy.
Did he not realize Todd's sitting right there? Todd hasn't said anything.
He's not going to.
Todd's aware.
You're not getting in trouble. Stop. Shut up with the trouble.
Todd's aware.
Sit down
He's
and
right
give
there.
me the update. Just shut up. You don't get in trouble.
This is hazing.
This is
hazing.
You've been here too long for hazing.
Just give me the update, man. We have the U.S. Open going on. This is a big deal.
Okay. All right. Okay. I've calmed down. I wasn't an important.
Who cares about this meeting?
Okay.
The U.S. Open, the winds are freaking out. This is like causing all kinds of havoc.
Okay. All right. Let me take a deep breath.
You're not winded.
Yeah. Very interesting start to the day. Fog actually delayed the morning group. So we thought initially, So initially going into this, I thought the morning wave was going to have such an advantage because the wind's supposed to pick up. It's supposed to get gusts of like 40, 45 miles an hour.
Oh my God.
So it was going to be like true, like almost borderline tropical storm conditions this afternoon. The fog delayed them at least an hour and a half. So now a guy like John Rahm, who's going to be teeing off initially at 2 o'clock, he was going to have to deal with a lot of the wind in the late afternoon. He's not teeing off till 4 now, where it's going to be a little bit better. We'll have to probably play a good portion of his Thursday round Friday morning. So he's probably looking at 26, 25 holes tomorrow, but they're going to be in a lot better condition. So what we thought was initially a morning afternoon wave advantage is probably now it's going to be reversed.
So what happens with? But is the forecast all weekend? It's going to be windy. You're at the water.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be. There's nothing stopping this wind, so it's going to be rough regardless. Thursday was going to be the big day for wind. That was like the big that they wanted to avoid. The morning fog, they couldn't see the golf ball, especially on like the 12th hole where you're going to be blind to some of this stuff. So they delayed it for like an hour and a half.
That's wild.
The guys who were supposed to tee off at like 7:30 are now like we're teeing off at like 10. Like Scotty had at 7 something tee time. Now he's at 10. So very interesting start to the U.S. Open. Just watching it, the greens, they're very slow to start. They were preparing for a really windy day, so they didn't want, the whole controversy of losing the golf course in 2018 when they did that.
Right.
So you've seen some pretty long putts for a U.S. Open be drilled already. Rory had 2 back-to-back birdies where, like, if on a firmer green, you would never see that happen. He hit a low spinner that, like, stopped on a dime and, like, gave himself a look. He didn't make the par putt, but he certainly had one. So very interesting start to the U.S. Open.
Oh, that's wild. Who's in the league? Did you see
Ludwig Oberg is looking really good. Sam Burns, who I came in here and did tell you about Sam Burns.
You did.
He's 2 under so far.
Wow.
Rory's struggling a little bit off the tee. That's his, and he has only hit 1 fairway, I believe,
right,
through like 4 or 5 holes. So that gets you into trouble here. He had a really tough lie on the par 5. I think he's probably looking at par on that hole because he's into the wind there. Scotty also struggling off the tee, had a really good had a good opportunity. I think on might have been 3, but he landed way short. 250 carry for Scotty is like what I would drive. So I'd have to go check. I'd have to go check the wind if he was into the wind. But like for him to miss that right and carry it like 250 is pretty crazy.
Is he struggling, Scotty?
He's 1 over, I believe.
Wow.
You can check since I got dragged out, but yeah.
No. I listen. I didn't expect. I knew you were in a meeting, so I didn't expect it. So Aberg is 2 under. Koepka. So the leader, man.
Scotty's 1 over.
Yeah, Scotty's 1 over. So
it's
really interesting.
Rory's 1 under.
I think this question for Scotty is going to be on a day where 2 over, 3 over is a really good golf score. Is that going to be good enough for Scotty? I think that's the question. He has such a high standard for himself, hasn't lived up to that impossible standard this year. Is he just going to be cool with shoot when the golf course gives it, pushes back? And I think that's always been the question with Scotty. I mean, he is used to walking into these tournaments and pretty much running away with it.
Yeah.
What happens when the golf course doesn't let you do that?
Yeah. That's good. That's good analysis. How about Siwoo Kim is 6 over?
No way. Siwoo Kim is 6 over?
7.
I have to look into that. So the thing about Siwoo Kim is
Smith is 5 over.
That's a disaster. Siwoo Kim, that's very interesting because you could make the argument him and Ludwig Oberg are probably the 2 best golfers that have not won a golf tournament this year. Siwoo has been incredible. Right. His iron game is unbelievable.
That's what I'm saying. Look, he's like 6 over.
A lot of people really liked him. I'd have to go look what happened. It looks like he doubled one, and then so he's starting on the back. The back is going to be a little bit tough. That 10th hole, I don't think there's a real strategy for it. Ben Griffin was talking about how a lot of guys are going to go driver, but it kind of runs down so you don't get a flat lie. The ball could be above your feet, below your feet. So, some people might take iron even off that tee to give themselves more of a flat lie. It's obviously going to be longer into that green, but you'll have an easier second shot. I'd have to go look at what his first shot was on 10, but that 10th hole is really giving people trouble today.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great analysis.
You're welcome.
That's great analysis. Thank you, buddy. I like
Can I go back now?
Yeah,
okay.
That's what I wanted. That's great.
Yep.
See, you did a good job.
That was a compromise. That was a good compromise for me.
I don't care about compromise. It was a good job. It was a good job. That's it. You can compromise.
They act like he misses 6 minutes of the meeting. It's going to fall apart.
All right. I mean, stop. It's like what are we doing here? All right. We got to take a quick TO. We'll come right back. I love the U.S. Open. Like I
don't know what to watch today. Soccer, U.S. Open.
Sunday's Father's Day.
Yeah.
And I don't have a baseball tournament.
Oh, so what are you going to do?
You know what I'm going to do? I'll tell you about it. Coming up, I'm going to get my only little gift to myself. First, let's talk about some of our friends.
Hey, this Saturday, June 20th, from noon until midnight, it's the midnight sale at Ashley Furniture. You save up to 70% off store-wide on the styles you've been waiting for. Shop now, you pay later with Ashley's no-interest financing. Plus, enjoy free delivery on your purchase. Yes, free delivery. That's not all. They're giving away prizes every hour, big savings, big giveaways, and one big day to shop. You don't want to miss this midnight sale. Again, Saturday, June 20th, from noon until midnight, it's the midnight sale at Ashley Furniture, where you save up to 70% off store-wide on the styles you've been waiting to shop for. Now, you shop now, you pay later with Ashley's no-interest financing. Plus, enjoy free delivery on your purchase. They're giving away prizes every hour, big savings, big giveaways, and one big day to shop. Don't miss the midnight sale this Saturday only at Ashley. Shop more deals in-store or at ashley.com.
Wawa's got tacos. Tacos. Oh, Wawa expanding its freshly prepared food lineup with new seasoned beef tacos available for a limited time. Built to deliver bold, craveable flavor in every bite. We're talking warm, soft tortillas filled with Wawa's savory, juicy, boldly seasoned beef, plus fresh toppings that you can customize your way. You got options too, from seasoned beef, chicken, steak, black beans, shredded cheddar cheese. Pick up 2 spreads like salsa roja, garlic aioli, barbecue, ranch, buffalo, chipotle, and you top it off with shredded lettuce, salsa, fire-roasted corn, onions, or pickled jalapenos, all packed in a 6-inch soft flour tortilla, making it perfect handheld or on-the-go option. Seasoned beef tacos doesn't stop, all right? It's available across the full lineup, including burritos, bowls, and quesadillas, so you can mix and match and build the meal that fits your appetite. But don't wait. The lineup is only here for a limited time while supplies last. Next time you're at Wawa, grab a taco and find your new go-to order. Welcome back. You know what I'm doing Sunday?
No.
I'm going to make crabs and spaghetti.
You make your own meal? You're good with making your own meal on Father's Day?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Because the boys, Massimo likes it.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony doesn't really like it. And Tam likes it. Like, she'll have a little bit, but she's not going crazy over it. The only one that really eats it is me and Mas.
Okay.
And I haven't had it since Christmas. Since Christmas Eve.
It's half a year.
Right.
Wow.
And I was like, I haven't had crabs. Like, I'm like, I can go for it. So I want to make it Saturday night. And I'll eat it on Sunday. This way it'll,
It's better.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'll cook
overnight.
it and let it go. Yeah.
All right. So you won't have to cook on Father's Day.
Well,
just chill, heat it up.
Yeah, but I'll and then I'm going to watch.
Make a bread run? You get some bread?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We have no tournament.
Of course.
So I will watch. I'll have Sunday just for myself, and I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to watch Phillies soccer.
Golf will probably start at like 10 a.m.
Yeah, and I'm going to have a big bag of ice with big lemons and gin.
All right, I like it.
And that's my day.
I like it.
And that'll be it. That'll be my little gift to myself.
You deserve it. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'll say, you guys, look, it's great. Like, but I'm going to.
Will they get you anything? Is it a gift day for you?
I don't know. I listen.
Like in the past, do they normally get you gifts?
Yeah, they always,
Okay.
Cool. But the thing with dads is like, it doesn't matter. Like, you're the one paying for it, so it doesn't matter. It's more about like, I love it. Usually we have baseball.
Yeah.
So I got no baseball. We were off.
So if you were like, hey, I want for Father's Day, I want to sit back and watch a Phillies game with my boys.
That's my present.
Will they sit and watch the game with you?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, it'll be good. All right. That's going to do it for us. Jules Rules. What's your plays today again?
Julia, we're in on the early one right now. We're doing Czechia and under 4.5 goals. I feel comfortable about that.
Like it. Everybody, we love you. Chat. Don't forget, tomorrow, hour later, 10 to 1 tomorrow.
Chad had an interesting thing we were going with you. When you were going with Pat and Kevin, we were doing the worst Eagles of the last 26 years.
We'll bring it up tomorrow. I'm going to find what they say.
Yeah, I got a list.
Let's talk about it. I like it. I love that. That's a genius idea. Love you guys. See you in the morning.
We all silly like the mayor.